has to be mentioned.
Trust me,
They could be talking about a blizzard happening in Alaska, and they will shut school down in South Carolina.
So my parents actually retired in Augusta, Georgia, right on the border.
Alright guys, we're starting now. We're gonna get started. Sorry to
Okay, let's go. Let's do
We're here
this.
for D&D. Story time can wait. We need to start
No,
now.
we're here for story time!
Okay,
This is our personal safe space.
so recap of last session. You guys currently find yourselves on level 12 of Undermountain, the maze level. And you're escorted down here by a drow that you'd met on a previous level. And you guys had been welcomed into Spiderwatch Keep for a brief moment, where you met Erelel Freth, matron mother of House Freth. She seemed heavily pregnant, and she seemed to be bickering with her brother Driven, an archmage. And Erelel did not welcome you in Spiderwatch Keep at all. In fact, she told you to leave immediately, and the only reason that she didn't kill you is because you helped out House Freth in their most recent battle. And you'd also wiped out House of Rinda. So as you guys were escorted off of out of the grounds of Spiderwatch Keep, Driven caught up with you all and told you how he has been tasked to try and clear out Minotaurs on this level, but he's somehow, well, so far he's not been able to do that, and that he's having trouble because of the large number of Minotaurs, and he says it's no place for a spellcaster, whatever that means. Anyway, he did have another option which he was going to fall back on, and that was to try and take up an offer to become one of Halaster's apprentices and to enter Dweemaquaw. But that was kind of like his last stand, or his last option. But you guys actually agreed with him to kill off the Minotaurs in this level, and in return, he will allow you to travel through level 12 unimpeded. You get the feeling like the alternative is you'll be attacked next time you step foot on this level. So you guys made this deal with Driven, and we ended the session with you guys fighting a heap of Minotaur, these 10-foot tall, bull-headed, axe-wielding followers of Baphomet. And Ren had gone up ahead to scout, because you guys could hear this ritualistic chanting. And she witnessed a ton of Minotaur surrounding an offal pit, chanting and bathing themselves in entrails and viscera. And we'll just get back to you in a moment, Ren. So Darius, you've got your spirit guardians up still, and suddenly you guys hear a crashing sound coming from this direction to the south, just around the corner near the bone pit. Something has just crashed into this room. What do you guys do?
Ow.
You hear an owl.
I go look.
That sounds like a familiar owl.
Ah, Skev. Very good. Glad to see that Halaster has released you.
Yeah, could have done it a bit gentler. I'm gonna look around expecting like a rune or something over my head.
No rune. You find yourself in a wedge-shaped cave, and there is about 2 foot of fog covering the floor, and you're in amongst a pile of some large Minotaur bones, and there are also dozens and dozens of Minotaur skulls in various states of decay, jammed into niches and crevices in the walls of this ossuary. And the last thing you remember is Halaster taking you on level 11 and then depositing you here.
So, where are we? This place looks creepy.
Well, right now we're in level 12, and well, Dagger's up ahead, checking out some creepy chanting. We believe it's Minotaurs that are doing the chanting. We've already killed a few, so.
Oh, okay.
So, as you wade through this
I know
fog
it's not a bit-
scamp, you can't see the floor. So, 2 foot of fog. It's heavily obscured. Ren, so you've witnessed this ritualistic scene of bloodlust, and you've started to become consumed by the ritual. The chanting seems to fog your mind, and you get the strange sensation like you want to go and join in. But you managed to pull away. As long as you don't continue looking, you're able to pull away from that.
I will stop. I will not continue to look. Good news, guys. I managed to avoid it.
Now,
Okay.
you are hidden from where you are, so they haven't not realized that you've snuck up to that location. And you did see you maybe vaguely saw the leader, this very tall minotaur with a shawl made of drow entrails, clutching a horn, sitting on a bone throne at the front of this awful pit.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, what's up there?
What did you see?
Well, they're dancing around an entrail pit. I think their leader's sitting in the middle of it,
Lovely.
and and it made me want to join in the dancing. I managed to avoid it.
That sounds oddly like some form of enthrallment or other charming effect. Do we think we have a way to counteract it?
Well, I do have something, but
No, you wouldn't call this a charm. There was nothing charming about it.
No, it was not charming.
I said enthralling first, so
I wouldn't call it enthralling either, but
I do have something that might help for any mind-altering effects, but everyone would have to stay within 30 feet of me for it to be any good. That's pretty close.
well, as long as you're within my field, you're within that 30 feet, definitely.
So, what's the play? Do we just go forward then?
Or did we want to try to draw them out? Bottleneck them, maybe.
Still hear their chanting in the distance. Baphomet, 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 Baphomet.
Now, the leader didn't actually look like Baphomet, did he? I don't want to fight a demon lord, thank you.
He was
it looked like a minotaur, right?
He was barely a silhouette. He had the shape of a minotaur. But Baphomet kind of looks like a minotaur too.
I only saw kind of like the shadow of him, but it looked like a minotaur. No clue what Baphomet looks like.
If
I mean,
this is actually Baphomet,
Roland,
then we will run away, right?
I will say, I do not see Hallister sharing his creation with a demon lord. Personally, more on an ego scale than I do any kind of power scale.
Well, do you think Baphomet would share anything anyway?
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think Hallister would allow such a thing to be here if it was truly the Baphomet. But worshippers of Baphomet, I'm sure Hallister doesn't give two shits.
Well, I kind of like the tactic where Ren kills something, and then we rush in when they think that they can attack.
Well, do we think
I like bottleneck.
this area here would be a good bottleneck?
Yeah.
Or are there multiple ways out of that tunnel? Ren, did you see more than one way out?
I didn't really look that deeply. I was trying to avoid joining in the dancing.
Honestly, this place is called the maze level. There's probably more than one way out.
I'd say here is a good enough place as any to try and bottleneck them past a point of
The thing,
fighting.
yeah, the thing about the bottleneck, I'm just trying to think mechanically, is it means like if we do have surprise on them, we're kind of waiting instead of we might be able to surprise and get in there and do something while they're surprised. I don't know.
Both are valid. Between Scamp and myself, we could easily throw down at least one or two items to create something of a barrier. We do. You recall that the large guardian spirits, the Drow Queen brought up. I can do that. I can give us at least something to at least provide an offensive original, like, tactic.
I like that.
You can still hear that chanting off in the distance. Ho, ho. Ho,
I'm waiting
ho,
for that to not be there.
The flittering spirit guardians that surround you, Darius, and the inspiration that you had start to fade away.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Well, honestly, I mean, yes, we could wait for them to stop chanting and whatnot, but, well, after they're done chanting, they're going to go in all sorts of separate ways. They're all in one place now, for the most part, I would assume.
Hey, Roland, do you still have some mana left in that fancy wand of yours?
Yes.
Well, I'd say that's as good a surprise as any. Do you all agree?
Well, honestly,
Give Rin
I think the best surprise is Rin hitting one in the head with an arrow, but...
Oh, that too. I was mentioning more the kind of a 1-2, if you would.
Sure. I'm not the sneakiest of people, though.
I like that plan. Fireball, arrow, and then... Well, then you can't run back, can you? Because of the whole magic damage thing that the one priestess did. That you can do, Darius. Huh.
Well,
I will
something.
I will say this. I would rather fight here than in a large open space. Personally. I don't want them to have too much of a run, if you guess my drift.
Well, I mean, I think they're going to do that regardless of where they are. Rin, about how far from this position is the dancing?
Oh, it's just past up here, right? It's not that far.
Chanting gets louder and more fierce.
I think
they might
what
be
it-
actually doing something. We might need to stop that.
Yeah, I think we need to stop it. Do you want
My-
me to try to put an arrow through?
My vote is that we do what we can now. I'd say Rin goes first. She starts the party. And we try and get as close as we can to do what we can.
And then Roland comes in with a fireball.
That, yes, too.
Agreed.
How about
Does anyone actually speak Abyssal?
Brew does.
Alright, you could make a perception
So
check
Darius.
if you want to try and hear what they're saying. Darius, with your passive, you can kind of hear what they're saying. And
what are they saying?
Feast upon the gifts we have been given by Baphomet, to have sacrificed themselves so we may bathe in their blood, we may dance in their entrails, we may feast on the god flesh. There are intruders here. Let us be empowered by the horn of the endless maze.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
let's-
does. So it sounds like they are getting ready to try and essentially beef themselves up. No pun
Well.
intended.
Let's go put a stop to
Ren,
that. Then.
we need to do this now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please
Okay.
take your best shots.
Hit him with your best shot. Fire.
I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah.
Okay. Stealthing up to here, and then I can see that guy.
Alright, make a stealth check to be hidden.
That's a 27.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm going to. Oh wait, I should probably come here.
There
I'm
are,
going
as you
to
take a closer look, it looks like in the middle of this pit, there are like two fresh Minotaur carcasses, and they're like ripping out pieces of the Minotaur and dangling the entrails over their horns, and they're eating other Minotaurs in a cannibalistic ritual.
Okay, how far? Yeah. I'm going to shoot this Minotaur.
Okay. Let's roll initiative, and they cannot be surprised.
Oh shit.
Well,
They're already
Cool.
aware that you guys are here. So
Oh, yeah.
they're not able to be surprised because of your encounter with the previous ones. But you are
We have
hidden.
a named one.
Alright, Ren, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
As you gaze upon this ritual and draw back on your bow,
I'm going to use my inspiration.
okay, I'll give you advantage. You stop and you lower your bow. You don't want to use a bow, Ren. You want to draw a blade. You want to stab things. You want to feel your blade cut through flesh.
Well, I do.
You want to revel in the bloodlust. And
We're bloodthirsty bros, brew.
roll me a 1d8. As you fall victim to this curse. And you have to move up as close as you can get to this Minotaur and make a melee weapon attack on your turn. Actually, wait. I may be wrong.
Oh no.
Nope, it's that Minotaur. You're lucky. Darius.
Oh no.
Head on in, Ren. You have to move up to the closest creature to you and make a weapon attack. If there's multiple creatures, then it's determined randomly. You can use your movement like normal. Well, you can't really use your movement like normal because you have to go up to the closest creature and attack it with a melee weapon attack. And yeah.
So which one is it? Is it
This guy in the
one?
middle, yeah. And you're just basically you've got bloodlust. You're overcome with bloodlust.
I'm going to die.
now we can bring it back.
Words of encouragement. That's
Words of
definitely a hit.
I would hope a 30 hits.
Okay, roll damage.
All
Oh,
right.
that's shitty.
You
sneak
run up
attack
and
damage.
jump into the Minotaur and pierce the blade into the Minotaur's torso. And you guys hear Ren just yell out like a bestial growl. Yeah, like that.
Didn't say which.
Fuck.
Sort of.
Yeah, you guys are like, wait, has Ren ever done that before? I don't think so.
Seb, you gotta get the cat out of the room, man. Like it's just not.
All right, and that's you, Ren. There's no saving throw at the end of your turn. So what you guys see is Ren just run in screaming and stab a Minotaur, basically.
So we're here.
Brew.
All right. Yeah, feeling inspired by Ren's shout of rage, I will bonus action rage and run in there.
Roland is like, this wasn't the plan. This wasn't the plan.
Brew like doesn't realize
your
that
plan.
anything is wrong. He's just like, oh, that's what we always do.
Right? Brew just figures Ren's really in the spirit.
She's taking a
Hey,
level
you're-
of barbarian.
Yeah, you're really coming around to the fury of Tempest.
Good lord.
I don't care about your storm.
I can only make it to there.
Alright, you run in, Brew, and the flame tongue greatsword illuminates this grisly cannibalistic ritual. A large pit filled full of corpses of all sorts of creatures. Drow, carrion crawlers, troglodytes, other minotaurs, quaggoths, and they're bathing in the remains. And then you see the leader, Maku. He is a bit bigger than the rest of the minotaurs. He has a shawl made of drow entrails, and he clutches in his hand a brass horn. And he just
He
points
looks awesome.
an axe at you, Brew.
Listen to the horn of the endless maze.
Hack him to pieces, he commands the other minotaur. And there are about 10 or so minotaur in this room. Alright, that'll be end of turn. I think it's...
Yeah, I'll just. Brew will shout something like, "Oh, welcome to the hunt. It'll take more than a dozen of you," or something.
You're right, it might.
And then he blows his horn.
Son of a bitch.
And,
those berserkers are.
A dozen minotaur
Oh.
form out of fog.
I've wanted one of those for years from Zeb.
I mean, they're super
Heck yeah.
awesome, but I mean, seeing an enemy use one sucks.
And a heap of like foggy minotaur appear. About a dozen of them. And you guys thought that was the handout was the fog in the other room. No, these ones form out of fog, and they coalesce from some of the fog on the floor. But then they just actually turn into tangible 6-foot tall minotaur wielding axes.
Cool. Well, that's small for a Minotaur, so
And
not as threatened.
let me just get them all
One is just like, those won't hurt us.
into range.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's about right. Okay.
We've bitten off
There we
more than
go.
can chew. Again.
And
Whoa!
they roll initiative. There's a dozen
Oh,
of
that's
them.
more like it.
Oh, you guys are lucky. They got like literally the initiative
One
count
above the.
above.
Oof.
Yes, above macro.
Oh,
Don't go for an entire
that was
round.
close.
These minotaur just roar and they get carried away, and they start to like move in, pushing shoulders with each other, trying to stab at people. And this one moves up to you, and he squeezes,
Fireball.
but he also attacks recklessly, and he tries to gore you. So it's a regular attack, advantage and disadvantage. And you need to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't actually knock you prone or away, but he does hit you for 15 piercing damage. And then he has to move back, and that provokes an opportunity attack from you, Ren, at advantage if you wish to take the attack.
My mouse hates me. There
Which-
it goes.
Yeah, you definitely do wish to with the Bloodlust. That is a hit. Let out another bestial growl. And you manage to stab the Minotaur straight in its torso. it just blood drips out and it just starts wiping the blood all over itself. And another Minotaur is going to run in. And he tries to charge you as well, Ren. Same thing, reckless, advantage, disadvantage because he's squeezed. And he tries to gore you. And it misses, and another Minotaur push him back out of that mess. Pavel.
Okay. Seeing Ren yell, knowing that she's sneaky bricky, but right now is yelly and killing people, which not unusual, but without the yelling.
She looks back at you and says, "Join us, Pavel!"
No, I don't.
Okay.
Wow,
Yes, you do.
Again,
it's like a perfect red.
again, just the fuck?
You don't want to do that. That's not what you would usually do, but that's what you do at the moment.
Okay, I think I measured it, and I'm like 70 feet away from this one right over here. And I got like a kind of clear shot from his side, so I think he has 3/4 cover. But because of sharpshooter, it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna shoot the Minotaur right in front of Ren.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
From all the way over here? Damn. Alright, hold up. Wisdom saving throw.
As you look at the cannibalistic ritual and all of the participants,
Woo!
the curse of bloodlust starts to encapsulate you, Pavel. But you succeed the saving throw, and you're actually immune to it now. You overcome it.
Nice! Heck yeah.
Right, 23 is a hit. It was this guy, right? The one in front of Ren?
Yep.
Okay. And sharpshooter. Alright, you sink a perfectly targeted bullet straight into that Minotaur. He lets out a loud a moo.
Now... a moo. Now knowing that, seeing the bloodlust turning away, you know, not wanting to go into it, I'm gonna run in.
Oh man.
Cool. Gonna keep on shooting that one, because I gotta keep killing. Even though I'm not under the effects of this thing, it's just all about kill.
You succeed the saving throw, then continue to do exactly what it was going to make you do anyway.
Exactly.
That is a
Except for your
miss.
pistol rather than a sword.
Yeah, except it's not a melee attack. Yeah, you, the smoke powder just fires a blank.
God damn this thing. Clean it real quick and fire at it again.
That hits it. The 14. You sink
That's
another
great.
bullet into this massive Minotaur, and he starts to stagger. He's profusely bleeding. It's hard to tell what injuries you've inflicted, though, because he's already covered in blood and entrails.
Bonus action.
And that's another hit. And as you headshot that Minotaur, brains spatter all over the surrounding Minotaur, and they just like lick it all up. They seem to love it. They revel in the gore that spatters over them. And that just invites this Minotaur to charge in, taking the other one's place, and recklessly attacks Ren. Horn first. And it hits. And Ren, you need to make a strength save. Charges in through the awful pit. Goes shoulder to shoulder with his Minotaur buddies. Impales you for 17 piercing damage. Lifts you up into the air and you're flung over here. And land prone right in the middle of all these berserker Minotaurs. Rolling.
Alright, so is it safe to assume that we know something is going on because of
Ren
how
screaming like
Ren
a Catwoman.
screaming like a banshee?
Yeah, I mean, I always have a certain
told you.
amount of bloodlust.
She
but-
told you that
yeah,
there was some
yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
influence earlier.
Okay, so I'm not looking at this place currently. and I will continue to avert my eyes for now. Let's see. Well, this is it's gonna be difficult, but 30 feet.
Sorry.
And then I'm going to, as with my action, let me make sure I got it. Okay. With my, let me get the spell template. I'm not gonna use the fireball. As weird as that sounds. I'm gonna play. It's gonna sound. It's kind of like a gloomy piece on the guitar, and fog begins to emanate from it and swirl over and then around to here. Hopefully obscuring the ritual. And I'm going to cast Fog Cloud with the guitar.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
It doesn't require
no.
sight, though. Well, okay, then I guess it. Okay, I guess you just have to be close. Fuck. Okay.
Against
well,
curse.
Well, that would I be making this before the fog cloud then?
Yeah. Well, as when you cast it, you make the wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Well. Okay.
This is all sorts of weird.
Well, that means it doesn't require sight to see it.
All right. You don't
It's
cast the
cursed.
spell, and you become cursed. And do you have a
Oh,
melee
no.
weapon rolling?
I don't.
And not a single melee weapon?
I don't.
You
I have the- I
hold
have
your
the hilt
guitar
right
over
here.
you hold your guitar over your head, and it'll be an improvised weapon. You'll run up to Darius and you'll attack him with your guitar as an improvised weapon.
Don't worry, it's gonna do literally nothing.
Well,
I
I'm
have
more
a-
worried to break the guitar.
So
Ooh,
you won't be
yeah, it's a
proficient
magic
with
item.
it. You won't be proficient with it, and if you didn't have an improvised weapon, you'd be doing unarmed strikes. So it's basically just a strength check for the attack roll, and the damage will be 1d4 plus your strength mod.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm. not
Alright,
gonna
you run up, you get embroiled with the curse of the Horned King, and you try to smash Darius over the face with the guitar, but you miss. And
So
that would be your turn.
I wish Roland. Okay, well. Damn,
Scam.
doesn't require sight.
It's probably sound, not sight.
True.
Well, Roland became useless.
Gonna move this way. I can't undo curses, unfortunately. That's a lot of things.
Greater Restoration or Remove Curse. Removes the curse.
Well, I have one of those, but it's not prepared.
In that case, 'cause I would know that, I assume, maybe?
Yeah. You know that Greater Restoration. At the very least, you know Greater Restoration does.
In that case, I'll get to like here, and then I'll use my bonus action to poof up next to Roland with my hidden path thingy, and I will cast Greater Restoration on him.
You don't get the same compelling effect of the curse when you cast that spell on Roland. And the curse is lifted. As you sprinkle 100 GP of diamond dust on him, cast the spell.
Thank you, Scamp. I feel more like myself already.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright, this Minotaur screeches and just runs up to Ren. Tries to hack into her with its great axe. And it hits for 22 slashing. The next Minotaur runs up. And he will take the dash action and he'll charge Pavel.
Oh no.
Darius.
Oh, I'm so torn on what to do. Fuck.
Join us.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let us. If I step there, do I have to make a saving throw yet?
I'll let you know if you need to make a saving throw. Don't worry.
Alright. How far is this spell? Ooh, okay. I feel like this is going to possibly... Oh, is it going to be great or not great? I'm going to cast Silence. Right here.
Okay.
And then...
A barrier of silence fills that area, so for Pavel and Brew, this screaming and ritualistic chanting all of a sudden completely fades away.
I will start to move to here.
Alright, this Minotaur screeches and he'll be taking the dash action. He runs up to here. Another Minotaur runs in. And he runs by you, Bruce, so you get an opportunity attack. He takes a dash action, runs here. That hits. Alright, you feel empowered as you slash through this Minotaur with a certain level of bloodlust. And that's not even from the curse, that's just... Oh yeah, actually, do make a wisdom save now, Brew.
What? Woo!
I don't think much would have changed with Brew, but if it happens to become relevant, you're actually immune to it now.
It just that it comes from Tempest instead of this particular thing. But otherwise, everything else is the same.
Alright, this Minotaur is going to dash here up to Pavel, pushing through all the little ones. And finally, this guy is going to take the dash action. And they charge forward. Ren, you need to roll a 1d6. You will attack this Minotaur. That hits. And all you can think about doing is just stabbing things, getting that blood all over you. Bloodlust. You can't control any of your movements. You know it yourself. And you stab that Minotaur in the side.
I'm also going to be of no help in killing anything.
Whittle him down.
Oh, you've done.
There's no whittling.
Probably more damage than anyone else so far. Brew.
Yeah, this Minotaur here. Can I shove him out of the way?
Yeah, you can.
Or
shove.
if not, yeah, like
you can shove
even though,
someone
like,
5 feet.
So, yeah, so I could move him.
Yeah,
Even though that guy's in the way. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to push him out of the way. Get out of the way.
he'd be
There
squeezing.
you
It's just that you can't end your turn voluntarily in someone else's space. There's nothing that prevents creatures from being in other creatures' spaces.
Okay, cool. I'll give him my best football shoulder shoulder check. Well, hockey.
I go for it. And he's not able to resist that. You push him back 5 feet and he squeezes into that one space. Or you can have him in this square. I don't know, whichever one you wanted. As you move through there,
yeah.
Brew, a couple of these Minotaurs swing their great axes at you.
Yeah.
And they both miss. And another one. There's another. Yeah. The big one will attack you. Disadvantage. He misses. And then the small one will also attack you. Disadvantage. And this guy will attack you. And he hits you for 4 damage. And I think that's all that you provoked at the moment.
Yeah. And then as Brew gets up beside Ren, he'll look at her, you know, with that place where he's like calm in the storm of the battle thing, and he's like, "Oh, don't usually see you up here being all ragey. Looks good on you." And then I'll swing at the guy due north.
That is a hit. Alright, you slash this 6 foot tall Minotaur and ichor drips out from the injury. And it looks injured. Like a bubbling pool of viscera forming at its base.
Cool, I'll put my hand in some of that blood and put it on my face. Be like, "Yeah, good hunt," to this one.
Yeah, you're probably really enjoying that with your new floor, bro.
I feel like Brew's met his people, really, in these minutes.
Alright,
The
these...
second attack?
This one's going to squeeze next to this one here and attack you recklessly, Ren. Advantage, disadvantage. It misses you. And it has to step back, provoking an opportunity attack from you if you want to take it. You can still do whatever you want with your reaction.
Oh, I might as well use it on
That hits.
that.
And
You have advantage on him, right? So
Yeah.
you get sneak.
you can sneak attack if you want.
Oh,
Nice.
let me roll that.
Alright, you
Yes.
pierce the Minotaur in the side and it's a decent injury. Alright, the leader, Makru, starts chanting.
Baphomet! Horned King! Revel with us!
And this giant Minotaur stomps his way in. And for now he just roars and dodges. And he just holds up the horn as well, the horn of the Endless Maze. Alright, these Minotaurs just start pushing through the ranks in a stampede, an utter stampede. You'll get an attack of opportunity, Brew, at advantage. Alright, you slash through one of those Minotaur as it goes by you. It's left pretty badly injured. It pushes by some others. They start to push into the back of this other cavern. And this one's going to dash up to here. Pavel.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna attack this one because he's almost dead and I must kill. Lady Luck be on my side. Fuck.
It's a mess. No sound comes from your pistol, and you just mouthing empty verbiage.
Shoot it. See that the smoke came out. Fix it and shoot him again.
That hits. And he falls to his knees dead.
Okay, next I'm gonna shoot a pretty hard shot, but this one all the way back here.
Alright, you have
Unless they
advantage
have
on
total
him.
cover. Cool.
Creatures give half cover,
Fuck.
not total cover. It's a miss.
Not a good day.
Too many bodies. Couldn't get that perfect shot.
This is gonna be dumb, but one more time. At the same one.
That's a hit. And he's looking very injured. More ichor drips out of his torso.
Damn, it took a good one, and he's still alive. Okay. End of turn.
And they're very tough. Oh wait, did the Berserker Minotaurs even go yet? Oh no, I've somehow skipped all their turns. They're gonna go now.
It's 'cause
I only did
I
one
think-
of them.
Yeah, you're used to doing all of them separate.
Alright, rest of them are gonna go
I
now.
imagine.
So here comes one at you, Pavel. And they'll be reckless. If they attack, assume they're reckless. 18 hits. You hit for 11 slashing damage.
I try and cast shield, but realize I'm in a silence field and I can't do it.
This one charges you, Darius. Recklessly attacking. And he clangs his axe off of your armor. Miss. Oops, wrong icon. Another one is going to run in, taking the dash action. Oops, I think he's going to run up to Roland.
No, you didn't have to do that.
And another one's going to take the dash action. You charge Darius. And one of them already went. Actually, sorry, that guy's going to go to you, Pavel, not Darius. And, okay. No other Berserker Minotaurs move. They just attack now. And this is at you, Ren. Advantage for reckless. Miss. And another one. You'll hit. That misses you. 19. You just managed to dodge out of the way. This one.
Went up to 19 when I leveled.
Alrighty. Lucky. It saved you. Doesn't save you against that though. You hit for 10 slashing damage. And the other 4 will attack Brew, most likely. Miss. That hits you for 6 damage, Brew. That hits you for 4 damage. So a total of 10 damage. Right, that was all the Berserker Minotaurs. And I don't seem to be getting embroiled in the same curse that you guys are. Alright, now it's time for this big boy. And he's going to dash. Actually, is there even enough room for him?
Down here.
He's going to ready in action. Yeah, puts his head down, gets ready to charge. Rolling.
Alright. I me do a couple of quick measurements here. Oh, she's just in range. I'll be damned. I will start off with a bonus action Mantle of Inspiration. And this will be for all of my compatriots. They don't have to be able to hear me, they just have to be able to see me.
Cool.
Looking good, rolling.
I know.
I feel inspired.
I know that Brew and Rin can't move, unfortunately, but
Loving the hit point.
Can I move?
You could squeeze down this way, Pavel.
Ren, did you get your temp hits?
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
Wow, Brew. Wow. Good job.
I was hoping it would look more green over there.
Thanks for that. It's the comment.
I wasn't trying to rub your nose in it.
hopefully, hopefully it is the sound that is stopping. So we'll.
Nice.
Hey, they didn't even do tax of opportunity on you, Pavel.
They
Yep.
can't.
Mantle of
It
Inspiration.
doesn't
with
provoke.
Oh yeah, mantle. Sorry. Duh.
Whoops, I did not think to move that back yet.
There's so many spell templates. I think I'm gonna do it like that, just because it hits the most big minotaurs, and I'm more worried about them. So I'm gonna drop it right there. If I can.
Make a wisdom
And,
saving throw against
Yeah, you can
curse.
drop it on me.
So it's literally just attacking the minotaurs then. Okay. Or doing anything to them.
I will give you my. Oh, never mind.
Okay, never mind. I just try to whack the minotaur in front of me with my guitar.
Yep, you become cursed again. You are not immune to it, and trying to embroil yourself in combat with these minotaurs causes you to become cursed. And you try to boop him with a guitar. It's a narrow miss.
Man, so many things count as getting into combat. Okay.
Oh yeah, if you join in on this fight, then
Yeah.
you're joining them.
Well,
Scamp. Did not affect Darius though, for some reason. You noticed that.
Alright, seeing Roland beating things with his guitar again, I am probably going to go ahead and we will sunbeam. Just align all of the minotaurs in front of me. Just all 4 of the big guys.
Go on that way, Sunbeam.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw, Scamp.
Nice.
Whoa.
You don't seem so inclined to join in on the bloodlust, and you're also immune now.
Not really Scamp's cup of tea.
Alright, a beam of light flashes from your hand and strikes those 4
Ooh,
minotaurs.
tea.
And they're all going to make con saves. And they all fail, and they all become blinded, and they all take the radiant damage as it burns a line through their flesh. And they their eyes become these like golden orbs as they kind of look up to the unknown. And they're blinded and deafened in that area, so they've got no idea of their surroundings at all. Except for their sense of smell.
Yeah.
And touch.
Maybe they'll go after Brew. All right. I'm gonna a bonus action hidden step again to teleport the hell away. There we go.
Whoa.
It caught on the dynamic lighting of that pillar for some reason, and then I made sure I could see at least for dynamic lighting for our women, but yeah.
As you break away, you don't even feel like the influence at all of that bloodlust. This Minotaur is going to swing at Ren with its great axe, recklessly. And you'll hit for 25 slashing damage.
Okie dokie.
Still standing.
I'm at 1.
Ren is still standing. She basically looks like she belongs in this ritual at this stage. She looks like Carrie. She's covered from head to toe in blood.
Oh no.
This Minotaur runs straight out of this scenario and tries to gore Pavel recklessly.
Do it.
And make a strength saving throw, Pavel. You catch the horn, but he does pierce you for 23 points of damage, and he does not send you flying. And he kind of sticks his horn into the wall here. Darius.
Okay, so technical question. In the midst of combat, would I have noticed that my spell casting has not caused any weird reaction?
You noticed that you're not succumbing to some of the madness that others are.
Okay.
We've got no way of knowing the reason why, though. It could be 100 different things.
True. Alright. Fuck it. I've too many bad guys. Too close. Yeah, he would throw up a Spirit Guardians at 4th level. Am I gonna have to make a wisdom save?
No, you don't.
Weird. Okay.
Alright, 4th level Spirit Guardians flitter all around you.
Confirmed. Darius is in a perpetual state of bloodlust.
I mean, have you seen Dagger? I
Confirmed.
mean, she kind of is too. She's just more surgical about it. And I also had to make the right.
That wouldn't work.
Do you worship Baphomet secretly?
Oh.
I mean, no, but you know, I'm always open for offers.
Not that he's aware of.
Ooh.
Cool. So I'll do that, and I will. Fuck it. Actually, I'll just stay where I am. I'm gonna actually be good.
Okay. It's a wisdom save for this Minotaur who's blinded. So he has disadvantage on his attack rolls. And attack rolls on him have advantage. He resists the Spirit Guardian somewhat. And he's going to try and push through them. 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. He can't even get that far. He gets up to here and then he gets like sort of stuck because he has to push through the Spirit Guardians at half movement. And he's going to attack recklessly at Pavel with his axe. And it misses.
Ah! Oh, yeah.
Recklessly because it's a advantage disadvantage because it's blinded.
Yeah.
He's not blinded anymore. Those golden orbs turn back to his regular bloodlust eyes.
But that scream was.
Thank you.
This Minotaur is going to step here and swing recklessly at Brew.
I actually thought it was the Wilhelm scream for a moment.
Brew, you take a slash for an axe for 9 points of damage. And he's still blinded. This guy is going to skedaddle into the Spirit Guardians.
Skedaddle.
And he comes running around the corner here. You can hear him and see him to the north of you guys, Roland and Scamp, coming around from this tunnel. The golden orbs from his eyes vanish. Scamp, look to your left. An angry Minotaur comes screaming around this tunnel towards you.
That's just not nice.
Ren, roll me a d7. You can do it with the dice roller, so it's random between the targets you have. Alright. This is the guy that you want to rip open and sleep inside of.
Jesus.
That's a hit. As brutal as that sounds, it literally is what you're feeling. And you just stab the rapier into his neck, and then with your like bare hands, you grab onto his chest and like rip his chest open. All of his entrails and innards fall out
Have
onto
you
the
seen my
ground.
strength? No, I don't.
You do. There's something come over you, and it just fills you with like a supernatural rage. It's similar to like, you know, when like mothers see like a trapped baby and they get that supernatural strength. It's kind of like that, except for instead of saving a baby, it's ripping a Minotaur's chest open.
Well, like,
Almost the same thing.
Because I really don't care about babies, so you know.
It's very similar. And yeah, you're still reveling in the bloodlust, and you feel like you'll fight like this until you can't anymore. Until there's no one else left to kill. Brew.
Yeah, okay. First thing. Oops, sorry about that dog presence there. We can all hear each other. I'm going to shout bonus action.
Woo!
Tempest! Tempest is with us, my friends!
That is a good move.
Fuel your hunt.
And yeah, won't reach Scamp, but it'll reach everyone else. Advantage on attack rolls and saving throws for a round. Very thematic.
I'll be dead.
You might be back up. I'll swing at this hurt Minotaur that's right down.
You have advantage. That hits. And you almost cut him down.
Wait, where did Divine Fury go in there?
It's there.
No.
It says it's there, but
No,
it's
that's
not
just
there.
It says it's there, but that's just rage damage.
So Roll20 did an update recently. A lot of character sheets have gotten weird. Fair note.
It worked earlier, right?
Oh yeah.
It did.
I suspect would be.
How much is it?
It's d6 plus 6 at this level. So
Okay, you cut him down.
Roll there.
Just pierce the
Damn.
blade straight through his chest. Minotaur hits the ground dead.
Okay. And then, maybe just this one right south down here.
Sorry, I missed it. Was it this guy or the one below you?
No, just due south, yeah.
Alright, you slash across the Berserker Minotaur, and doesn't really look too hurt. They're tough. Alright. The Minotaur's turn. We'll start off with these ones next to Darius, over here. And they all got to make wisdom saves, so roll us up some damage, Darius. And all but one fail the saving throw. This is the guy that succeeds. And they're going to charge you, Darius, and attack you.
They love you.
They do 3 reckless attacks on you. That's what they want to do. See if anything changes. That's a miss. Yeah, miss. 18 is a miss. Alright, one of them hits you for 14 slashing. And a third one attacks you. You hit for another 8. The one next to you, Roland, attacks you. He hits you for 4 slashing, and he just positions himself outside the Spirit Guardians.
That's Roland just laughs at him. You're weak.
You just want to grab his horns and just rip him off with your bare hands, Roland. Okay. This is at you, Ren. And,
Oh.
Night. He knocks you out. You're unconscious and dying. You see a lick of blood spray out from Ren as she hits the ground. And the rest of them all revel in that. They let out a loud cry. They all call out. And all the rest, in unison, swing their axe at Brew. And that is
Bring it.
6. I'll just dish all the damage out to you in one go, Brew. It's 12 points in total. 3 of them hit you. They're all recklessly attacking you.
Right in the blubber. See, that's your problem, Ren. You don't have enough chunk on you right now. A few more bouts of brew stew. You feel chubby like.
You've got a
I am dying, and you're trying to feed me your stew.
you've
I'm
got,
trying to sell it. Yes, I'm using this opportunity to make a sales.
you've got an opportunity attack there, Brew. That hits this guy. You slash him a little bit as he runs away. Okay, he moves out of the way because Mako is coming in. And this giant Minotaur steps up. And the first thing he's going to do is try and gore you, Brew, recklessly.
Welcome to the hunt.
And that misses you. And then he swings at you with his great axe. And he hits you for 11 damage. And that was his turn. He's a bit bigger, a bit quicker, a bit stronger than the other Minotaurs. You can tell why he's the leader. This blind Minotaur just runs off, accurately navigating the tunnels, even in his blinded state. Pavel.
Alrighty. Let me assess my situation real quick.
Oh, I just realized one other Minotaur had a readied action, and he's going to move here when the space is cleared up. This guy.
But also this. Yeah, I gotta take care of it right now. Okay. I'm gonna attack this one in front of me. Boop.
Hit. You sink a bullet into him, and He almost drops. That Minotaur Berserker. It's dripping in ichor.
Again, that's the same one.
That hits. And he vanishes into a puff of smoke. Joins the fog on the floor.
Gonna attack this one right over here.
That's a hit. And you sink another bullet into him. More ichor drips out.
Bonus action on him again. And then boom.
Crit.
Woo!
You just stick the pistol into his mouth and he explodes into smoke and smoke recedes back onto the ground with a bit of bubbling ichor still kind of hissing. Smells like bile.
After that, I'm using my interactive object, pull out Tirlai. And in my turn.
Alright, this lonely Minotaur runs around the corner. Roland, you have the overwhelming urge to attack this guy with a melee attack. You have advantage.
Alright, I'll swing at him with my mighty axe.
Roland's got them crazy eyes.
He's so fucking weak.
He's just swinging
Killer
this
axe.
guitar around. Haven't hit a single thing with it yet. But...
I've done literally nothing. The only thing I've done this fight is to give a little bit of temp HP.
And yeah, you're just driven by a bloodlust.
Okay, so that's it immediately ends my turn, right?
Yeah, that's it. All you can do for your turn is move to the closest thing and attack it. You want to just kill everything the old-fashioned way. Scamp.
It was never my fashion to kill things that
Alright.
way.
You sounds like you've got a stampede coming from this direction.
Yeah. I don't know if it matters at all either, but I am shedding sunlight in a 30-foot radius.
Oh yeah,
That actually counts as sunlight.
let's light you up. Sunlight's not
I'm-
affecting these guys.
I didn't think it did, but just in case. Let's see.
You never know.
5, 10, 15.
She's running towards the stampede.
No, I'm going to sunbeam them.
Let the thunder roll.
Nice guy.
I will sunbeam straight towards them in a
Alright.
line.
This golden beam of energy shoots out for 60 feet. And it hits all three of them.
Oh, that's such a crappy roll.
So many buttons.
But maybe I'll be blind again. All the blindness for the first round wears off.
Oh, does it? Is it just
Yeah,
for one
it wears
round?
off. It's on my turn.
Okay. Alright. I was making them saves. I thought they got a save at the end of the turn. Alright, you blinded two of them. The one that was blinded is not blind, and the other ones that weren't blinded are blind.
Crisscross.
And then we're gonna teleport away again. To there. We're gonna go right up next to Darius. Whoop. Oh, and next to a thing. Whoops. Oh well. I couldn't see it from where I was.
It waves at you.
You have lots of hit points.
Wave back meekly.
Alright, this Minotaur is going to grab Ren
What?
and add her to the awful pit.
That's really putting the awful back in the awful.
That is pretty awful.
Yeah, it just grabs her and throws her in the pit of corpses. That's a wisdom save for this Minotaur. Alright, he fails against the Spirit Guardians. And as the Spirit Guardians eats through his flesh, he sets his sights on you,
That
Dario.
is so bad. Oh my god.
And he's going to try and gore you. Send you flying. As he moves towards you. But he misses. That's his turn.
Nice.
Darius.
Well, shit. All of my plans have gone out the window. Oh. I really don't know what to do.
Stay alive! Stay alive!
Yeah, well, you know what? I will, Toll the Dead, the one over Nya.
It's a failure. That Minotaur screeches as his flesh begins to crack and bleed. His horns
And
become
I
brittle.
will bonus action spiritual weapon. Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, I'm going bonus action spiritual weapon. Just at its normal levels.
Same guy?
Yeah.
Hit. Alright, the spiritual gauntlet slams into the Minotaur's chest. Curls over, but he doesn't quite die.
Fair enough.
And now he dies. Ugh. The Spirit Guardians smelt him down. He's not going to survive that.
He felt very accomplished when he survived the spiritual weapon, and immediately melted.
Alright, out of nowhere, Minotaur comes charging around this maze-like tunnel. And
And it hits the other Minotaur. No? Okay. How
he's
much
going to
damage?
try and gore you, Roland.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh my god, it missed.
somehow he misses you. The first time in
Not so
history
gory.
we've ever been missed. He gets his horns kind of caught a little bit.
Roland,
You are a slight human, you know. Sorry, slight elf.
Roland doesn't even realize that it's there.
Right, a Minotaur with glowing orbs for eyes comes running around the corner into the Spirit Guardians and navigates perfectly around the stalactite and knows exactly his way around, even though we can't see anything. Almost as if he can recall labyrinths. It's insane. And but he doesn't predict there's going to be a Spirit Guardians there because he just runs straight into it and he gets slightly schmelted. Alright, Ren, you're 3 failures of a death save away from being the awful in the awful pit. Make a death saving throw. There's an awful lot of bodies here. Success.
You can do it.
Oh man, the puns. They're killing me more than the Minotaurs.
Hopefully if you die everyone won't dismember you.
I'm sorry, I'm having flashbacks right now. I'm just like, oh, come on, girl, you got this.
Everyone's dying a slow death of bad puns.
Have you seen my saving throw rolls? I don't have this. It's high for me.
I mean, technically that would have been an advantage too,
A
right?
fail. Oh,
Because of
What
the
fail?
zealous presence.
Yeah.
She was awake whenever he did that.
Yeah, you should roll another D20
You
Ren.
might get a nat 20.
Get that nat 20, baby. Nat 20.
Not 20.
Ah.
Oh.
I told you that was high for me.
Like, you're still having this strange dream. Like even in your dreams, you have the bloodlust, Ren. You're definitely not restored of that curse, even on being unconscious. Drew.
Right. Brew hoists his greatsword to swing at Maku here. And then, feeling the absence of Ren at his back, is like, wait a minute. Hey, hold this thought. And I'm going to boof. Boof just means move, apparently.
From
Oh my god.
every single
What are you
one.
doing, Brew?
You're about to take so many opportunities.
No, I think or are
He
they all
wasn't
reckless? Oh, yeah.
Well, they're not reckless because it's not
whatever.
their turn. Miss. Here come another 6. You weren't reckless either.
No. No, this is just... Brew's still calm at this point. Like, he's raging, but he's not, like, reckless about it.
Wow.
You're hit for 7 damage.
Just leave Dagger where she is. She's happy there.
Shit.
Good there.
You look comfy. I can leave you if you want, but which has more healing power? A potion of superior or a potion of greater?
Superior.
Okay.
You're gonna bring me up just so I can go back down.
Don't you
I'm gonna
mean
give you.
which is a superior one?
exactly? Is it greater than superior? Or if superior is greater, is that the greatest?
Alright, as you look in this pit, she kind of like blends in with all of the massive pile of rotten, dismembered body parts, but you see her in there. There's also this grisly-looking altar to the north of this pit, and stinks like death. There's like opened up minotaurs in this pit. Plenty of good stew ingredients here, Brew.
Oh god.
I'll just, if I have a spare free action, I'll do that. At this point,
You look around, make
yeah,
sure no
so
one's looking, snatch a little pile. Alright, so you're giving the Supreme?
superior, yeah.
Superior, sorry. So 8d4 plus 8. Alright, Ren opens her eyes and she got that crazy eyes. She got them crazy eyes. And Ren, you just want to stab her in the face the second you wake up.
I do want to.
And also, because of the curse, you also want to do that.
Oh.
Should have used that for
Yeah.
the living,
She like
not wasted it on me.
she speaks in like a demonic abyssal tone when she wakes up, like she's possessed,
Right.
and does like
Well-
a maniacal cackle.
You seeing that? I'll just leave you be to get up. I was gonna offer you a hand, but I'm gonna move away from you. Go ahead and attack. If
I know she doesn't have to use her reaction to attack you. Only her action.
Okay. I'm just gonna give you a little room there. Bruce, that's the first time that Bruce has been a bit like, wait a minute, maybe somebody's gone a little too far here.
And also, just in case it becomes relevant, yes, the massive pile of rotting, dismembered body parts is difficult terrain.
Good
Just
to
in
know.
case.
I thought about going in there
would've
actually,
known.
but
All right, these minotaurs are gonna surround you, Brew. The 3 small ones here. Do them first, and of course they'll be recklessly attacking you.
Brew's like soloing like half these things.
This is a good fight for Brew, and all 3 of them hit you for a total of 18 points of damage. And 2 more run in.
Tempest.
They too attack you. And you hit for another 6 points of damage. Alright, this guy starts his turn as Spirit Guardian, so he's going to make a wisdom save for that. He's going to succeed. He's going to get slightly schmelted. And he's going to attack Darius recklessly. And he hits for 12 slashing. This one will attack you, Roland.
Mm-hmm.
And he hits you for 7. And then this guy runs into the Spirit Guardians. And that'll be a new damage roll. He fails, he gets slightly schmelted, and he swings recklessly at Pavel. And he misses you. Right, that's it for the Minotaurs. Oh no, what about this guy?
Yep.
The mini tours, I like that.
He's gonna dash all the way around here.
He cheers on his friends.
Alright, Maku just lets out a loud roar and he charges in at Brew, recklessly trying to gore him. Miss. He swings his axe at you and then he has to step back and he provokes from you, Brew.
Oh, good.
And you hit him. You strike him with the fiery sword. And he's kind of tough. It's only a small injury.
Touche.
Alright, here come more charging Minotaurs. They come running around the corner with a dash action. Pavel.
Alright. Pavel seeing other corners I Ren being thrown. Well, Minotaur picking up Ren made him very uneasy and quite giving him bad memories of Nox. But then, luckily, Brew seeing him run along in there kind of put him at ease, so he's a lot more calmer now. And he's going to aim his pistol at this one right over here, and he's going to fire.
You got advantage. And it's a miss.
Again, please to God.
That's a hit. 22. You put a bullet into him. Doesn't quite drop him.
God damn it. Nah, I'm not gonna waste time on him. Let's make more damage. This one right in front of me. Wow.
It's another miss. As he just
Alright,
backhands the pistol to the side.
I'm taking it. I'm taking it off and I'm moving at him again.
And that hits. Quickly. Quick draw. And hit him. The magical bullet for just, well, the magical pistol for the slightest bit of damage. Wait up, guys, he says in Abyssal. This Minotaur comes running around the corner. Alright, Roland. You've got, you can roll a 1d20. 10 or lower, this guy. Higher than that, this guy.
So I'm going after the big one.
Yep.
Okay.
You can do it, Roland. You can kill him. He's close to death. If you hit him, you'll kill him.
He tried to gore me, so I'm gonna try to gore him with my horn.
Alright.
So tiny.
Make an unarmed strike. And that hits, so that does 1d4 damage plus your strength.
Woo!
Well, let's hope I don't roll a 1. And 33 damage.
You just gore him back and headbutt him to death, ripping him apart with your own horn.
I like it.
Oh, did you see that, elf? Elves have horns. The Minotaur's saying.
I have just Minotaur blood just like all over my head and like all over my face now. All right. Yeah, Roland thinks that's the most metal thing he's ever done, and he's really happy about it.
Heck yeah.
You set your eyes on this one next for them crazy eyes. Alright, Scamp. Roland's doing that thing again.
Yeah.
I would. It's real. Well, I would say don't worry about it, because I can't really do anything.
I mean, you can, as long as you make your saving throw next time.
It's up to you.
What I want to do might hit Brew and Darius, though. I don't think I want to do that. Shit. I'm trying to, like, count spaces for, like, where things are to try and position Sunbeam, and it's not great.
You
So
could hit
I
two
will...
of them here, and I think that's...
Yeah.
Or two of them here.
I mean, I guess you could she step into Darius's space just to do the sunbeam? Because I mean, it's not an attack roll, so.
You can squeeze into other people's
Can she
spaces.
Kamehameha from my space?
I mean, you can. It's up to you.
But then
You can squeeze in
Yeah,
other
but then you
people's
have to-
spaces.
you have to back up, and then it'd swing.
Makes all the dynamic lighting a little bit too. It's a little bit bigger than what it needs to be.
So what I was looking at would be, like, moving down here and then firing
Ooh.
this way. But
Uh-huh,
that
you
would
know what?
go through
It's not
Brew.
bad.
I don't think Brew would mind. And Scamp would know that.
There's beams of light shooting out from anywhere, Scam. That sunbeam could have come from any one of these Minotaur.
Do you mind, Brew?
No, I could
You might
use
get
good,
blinded.
I could use good exfoliation. Oh, I don't need to see it.
Brew needs a tan anyways.
It's a con save. I think he'll be fine, probably.
Oh yeah, if it's costing.
All right, we will do that then. I'll move down here and I'll just send it 60 feet in this direction.
Nice.
So that.
Okay, that's a very well placed sunbeam.
Proud of you. Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
nice roll.
Alright, you got 3 of the small ones. I'm going to make their saves first. And the closest one succeeds. The other 2 fail and become blinded. You need to make a con save too, Brew. You succeed and take 14 radiant. You're not blinded. Alright, so
And I don't need to bathe today.
and
It's
then
not a bath.
that brilliant beam of
This doesn't count.
light cuts through
No.
a regular Minotaur. He succeeds, and then Maku, who fails. His eyes become these
Sweet.
Nice.
orbs of golden light as he's blinded.
Good.
Awesome. And then I'll be like, oh, sorry, Brew! And I'm gonna toss some Fey energy dice at him.
Okay.
Aw.
I will do 3. Just to make up for the damage I caught.
Oh sure. Good.
See?
Actually healed him for a little more than the damage. I
Yeah,
think.
it's
Where does it
14
exist?
plus 3 temporary hit points.
Oh, that's plenty.
Alright, this Minotaur is going to attack you, Brew. Reckless. With his axe. He misses. It's a wisdom save for this guy. He starts his turn in Spirit Guardian, so these flittering gauntlets start beating him up. He's looking very hurt. He lets out another battle cry, a roar to Baphomet, hoping that he's watching. And he swings at you recklessly, Darius. He hits for 15 slashing.
Oh fuck.
The force of the axe slamming into you causes a lapse in concentration, and that Minotaur feels like he's done something holy, and he just lets out a loud grunt and abyssal,
Hard King! Witness I!
and he ends his turn there. Darius.
All right. In rebuttal, I am going to. Shit! I really. Oh crap. Okay. That puts a whole lot of wrongness in my day. So is this a it's an action, okay. Fuck it. Yep. I'm gonna cast Beacon of Hope.
Alright, so a 30-foot aura of light emanates from you. And that'll maximize healing. I'll just give you a line template for that. Alright.
And I can't bonus action just swig a potion, can I?
Taking a potion is an action. It's pretty much
Is an
like
action, yeah.
pretty much like casting a spell.
Yeah, I get it. I thought I'd ask just to see if you're feeling nice today. So I would just move the spiritual guardians to here and attack this little guy right here. Spiritual weapon, sorry.
Now you have advantage. It hits.
It's asking me to cast again. It's not a spell slot though.
The gauntlet just smacks the berserker Minotaur over the face, and he's looking injured. He's close to dropping. Alright, this blind Minotaur has made his way accurately towards you all. And he's actually not blinded anymore, right?
Great.
Alright, he's going to recklessly attack you, Scamp, with his great axe. And you take 10 points of damage. Whoosh. That's it. Ren, it's a 1d6 roll for you. 1 or 2 for this guy, 3 or 4 for this guy. That's this guy. You stand up and you get all excited because you want to stab him. That hits. And you just impale that Minotaur, killing him instantly. He turns into a fog.
Go help the others.
Brr.
Nice work, Ren. It helps if you take their blood and smear it on your face. It feels pretty good. Try that too. I'll swing reckless. I mean, maybe I'm, possessed by the same manic rage. I'm gonna swing recklessly at this one up here. Oh no, not reckless. What am I saying? These guys are all.
We are the reckless ones.
I live.
No, you
I'm
guys-
going to kill you in your sleep.
This is your hunt. I'm gonna swing at that one right there. Well, I have to clear a path if I want to go save everybody.
And that is a hit. You almost cut him down. Turn him into fog.
Almost. Okay, swing again.
That's another hit. And he's cut into fog. Joins the fog on the floor as he dissipates.
All right, I'm close to going. As soon as I just make room, I'll.
Alright, the Berserker Minotaurs. These ones are going to attack you, Brew. Actually, right, 2 of them are going to make attacks at you at advantage, recklessly. And first one crits you for 7 damage, and the second one hits you for 2, so 9 points in total. This attack is not at advantage because the Minotaur is blind. He hits you for 4. And this one's actually going to attack Ren at advantage. And hits you for 13 damage, Ren. This one next to you, Roland, the Berserker Minotaur, attacks. And he hits you for 4 damage.
I'm getting really lucky with those rolls.
This one attacks Scamp. The one that I pinged. And Scamp, you're hit for 4 damage. And finally, this Minotaur attacks Pavel. And Pavel, you're hit for 14 damage. Right, Maku is angry. He steps here. And he will incite his hunters.
Baphomet! Baphomet!
And he allows every single Minotaur within 30 feet of him to use their reaction to make an attack. Starting with this one at Brew. As he incites them all, they start chanting and reveling in Mako's war cry. Miss. And here comes 3 attacks at you, Brew. It hits you for 5 damage. That misses you. And this one is at disadvantage. Lucky. Well, is it lucky? You avoid 1 damage. You hit for 7 damage with that crit. And another one's going to attack Ren. And that misses. These Minotaur are just chanting with Mako. They seem incited by his bloodlust. He holds up drow entrails in his hand and they wrap around the brass horn. This Minotaur attacks Darius. And he cuts you to the ground.
Hey, I succeed.
The Minotaur attacks Pavel. And Pavel, you're hit for 13
Shield.
slashing. Alright, you cast Shield. And
Oh,
the
wait.
Great Axe, bong,
Wait.
bounces off. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Sorry. Thought of something else. I disregard. Sorry.
This is at you, Scamp, the final incited Berserker, or Minotaur. And Scamp, you're hit for 11 damage. Mako just roars and he's stomping and he's beating his chest and he's holding up these entrails and just screaming like a madman in Abyssal.
Does that include Warcaster? Did it roll twice?
He's unconscious.
No.
Oh,
mine.
you? Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, do you have Warcaster, Scamp? It
Yeah,
doesn't.
I took it. The last feat thing.
Yeah,
Nice.
I haven't put you on for advantage yet. So roll again. And then in future you'll be added to the advantage menu. You're good. Okay. This Minotaur charges. Provokes from you, Scamp, if you want to join in on that bloodlust. And
I
charges.
will attempt to whack it with a staff.
Okay, you have advantage. And that hits. You thwack it for 2 damage.
Boop on the nose.
And it'll attack Pavel. It's charged at him for a gore attack. Reckless. And
Damn
it breaks through your shield. Make a strength saving throw. Hit for 23 points of damage.
Oh, that put you down? Oh, I was about to say.
No.
23 in total. Got a bit of momentum.
Oh, 23?
In that step. Yep, 23 damage.
Damn.
And you need to make a strength save. You don't budge. That's the end of his turn. Pavel.
I'm gonna take out my superior healing potion, look down at Darius, and pour it in.
Alright, 8d4 plus 8 healing.
Oh man, I forgot that thing was down. Hold up, I didn't set up the thing yet. 4 plus 4. 19.
There are so many
Four
ones in that, but I'll take it.
This is all I can do. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. I'll end my turn.
Alright, this Minotaur is not blinded. And he's going to take a run up at you, Roland, and try to gore you. Reckless. You need to make a strength save. You take 19 piercing damage, and you're flung over here. And you launch through the air 10 feet, and you land on the ground prone. And he steps in a little bit more. Alright, Roland. You have multiple targets to choose from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So roll me a 1d10. As you stand up, you want to hit someone with a guitar. It's going to be this guy.
Oh, it's not going to be a guitar.
Going for the horns.
Oh, going for the horns again.
Alright, make an unarmed attack.
I'll run up as best I can on it and go for it.
Woo!
And that hits. 19 is it?
I don't even have a macro. I don't even have a macro for it, so I have to manually enter this. I do 0 damage. Big goose egg.
Is that possible? I didn't know that could be done. Well done.
You
That's an achievement.
headbutt and just bounce off Roland.
If I tried to
Doing
do
nothing.
something with strength, it would be the same roll for me too. So I feel the pain there.
I'm actually surprised because your horns are quite prominent and fierce. Proud, really.
Alright, that's Roland's turn. This curse is killing me.
Scamp.
I'm sorry. I can't get to you. I'll give Roland like a concerned look because he's headbutting things now.
Hey, I've got blood
And-
all over my head, and a lot of it's not mine.
It's a good look.
But then I am going to...
Rin is also
Oh.
covered with blood, but
Wait.
most of it is hers.
The potion, it's an extra 4 healing on Darius. It's 8d4 plus 8.
Oh, I put 4 in.
I will take it.
Someone watching the stream just actually mentioned that. That it should have been 23.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Whoever you are, thank you very much. We'll take it.
I'm going to, looking at everybody, cast Mass Cure Wounds at 7th level.
Yeah.
Big heal.
Yeah, I can stay up longer to get more things with my horns. I like it.
It would have been better if they hadn't got that much damage on Darius, but
It's the best part of this fight, Roland. Come on.
Did you want to put it here?
yeah. So I can't get Brew or Ren in it, so wherever that gets all my people here is fine.
Okay.
Roll big, girl.
We're all berserking up here. We don't need heals.
Yeah, they just sound like wild animals over there. Ren and Brew.
Oh, that.
Oh, I mean,
That's actually pretty good.
120
That's
points
not
of healing.
bad.
I
That's
wouldn't
not
be
bad.
disappointed.
that's pretty damn good.
Alright, this big green glyph traces on the ground and motes of green light rise up, and as they wash over you, you feel a whole lot better as all the superficial wounds and even more serious ones go away.
Then I will. Oh, I should probably actually heal myself with that to be good. I'll do that in a second. I will also throw some Fey energy dice on Darius. Sure, Darius. You'll get 4.
That
Sounding like a ghost there. Adios.
Scamp secretly is a ghost now. That's what Hallister did while she was away.
cannon.
So you'll get 14 more plus 4 temp.
Nice.
Damn, alright.
Darius is back in the
Darius
fight.
back in this fight. Hard.
This Minotaur is going to attack you, Brew. Recklessly. And you'll hit for 9 damage. This one is going to attack Pavel. Recklessly. And you'll hit for 18 slashing.
You know what? Luck point. Reroll that.
Alright, you get to roll d20.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's the only time
Damn it.
you want to roll low.
Come on. Yeah!
Nice.
8 is a miss.
Lucky.
Today.
That's his turn. Darius! You can use half your movement to stand up.
Yeah. Obviously not going to go anywhere really fast. I'm assuming my spirit weapon has gone as well.
No, it's still up. It's not concentration.
Oh! Awesome then. Then I will recast Spirit Guardians.
Alright, you throw up another Spirit Guardians and catch a ton of these Minotaur in it.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of them. Oh, but that one. Oh no, I think even the other Minotaur's in it. Oh no, barely out of it.
You might be right at the edge, but either way. And then I'm going to bonus action hit this Minotaur with the spiritual weapon.
Alright, you have advantage as well. That hits.
Nice.
And the Spiritual Spike Gauntlet smashes into the Minotaur. And it's almost destroyed.
Alright. I just call out, thank you, Lady Scamp. Now let's get these fucking cows.
The Minotaur fails to save for the Spirit Guardians and it just begins bubbling his flesh away. And he's going to attack Scamp with his Great Axe, recklessly. He just wallops that Great Axe straight overhead and it cleaves into the stone wall next to you. He ends his turn there. Alright, Ren, it's you and this Berserker. Hit. And
Woo!
you hit him hard.
Whoa.
I know you didn't expect to be in melee straight into the cave in this fight, but you've been actually doing tons of damage. And he just starts to have ichor and fog leak out of him.
Come get me, you fuckers.
You're still cursed with bloodlust. Brew.
Yeah. Swing at this one, the dagger just.
I'm just pretending that they're drow.
That's a hit. And
Where's. Okay, sorry on the double click
Go
there, but
to
again,
the others.
I gotta get Divine Fury on there. I'm getting crazy lag too.
he turns into fog, vanishes, receding into the floor.
And then this one, this Minotaur to the side.
That's a hit. And he turns into fog as well.
Okay. And, yeah, just stay right there.
Move, go to them.
Okay. Oh, well, but, that's going to provoke a lot of attacks. I'm afraid of these Minotaurs and their opportunity attacks.
I'm gonna kill you. You know that, don't you?
I mean, would Ren have the presence of mind to tell him to go to the others at this point?
True.
Yeah, you are.
No.
You do. You still like having lapses of your former self, but you can still use your action however you want. It's just that you have to, on your action, move up to the closest target and make a melee attack against them. You've got little glimpses of who you are still.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna run over here next to Maku.
Here's the Minotaur's
Screaming.
attack. You hit for 10 damage. And here's the Minotaur's attacks. And you hit for another 2. 12 points. You run up to Maku, whose eyes have returned to normal at this stage.
Alright, sure. I'm game.
Alright, we'll start off with these two. And they're going to chase after you, Brew. They're going to recklessly attack you. They both come in with their axes at the same time, and one of them hits the other one's axe. They both miss you. Alright, let's do these two in the Spirit Guardians. They're going to make wisdom saves. They're both going to fail.
Damage.
And yep, they're both going to take 3d8 radiant damage from Darius. If he's here. There we go.
I'm here. I just find my low clicker.
This one melts into fog instantly at the start of its turn. This mini one's going to attack Roland recklessly.
Yep.
And you'll hit for 15 damage.
Okay. That one has a little less lucky on it.
And this Minotaur, it actually has to take the dash action to get just this far through the Spirit Guardians.
Nice.
And
Did it already take its damage, or?
he needs to make his save as he moves in. He fails. Doesn't affect it too much.
How is that?
Wow. From a 20 to a 6.
I once rolled a 3 with Moonbeam.
I think he succeeds on the save too, right? Or unless he
He
has
does.
disadvantage.
He takes 3 damage. Alright, Maku has done inciting all of these other Minotaurs, and now he just gets to attacking. And he's going to use his Great Axe to do that at Rue. And he hits you for 13 slashing damage. And then he actually just tries to headbutt you recklessly without hitting you with his horns. And he headbutts you for 7 bludgeoning.
I like your style.
Blood-agoning damage. You take 7 blood-agoning damage.
It's my favorite kind of damage.
Alright, wisdom save for this guy. And he succeeds. He's going to attack you, Darius. He doesn't like those spirit guardians. Recklessly attack with his great axe. He swings that axe around and catches you for 17 damage. You maintain concentration. And that's his turn done. Pavel.
Kill shit, Pavel. Kill shit.
Hopefully. I'm gonna aim at this one. And I'm gonna put sharpshooter on, and hopefully this time it's not going to fuck me.
Well, they have pretty low AC, and
I roll terribly.
you have advantage, so.
Yeah, they're easy for you to hit. And that is a hit.
This is like the perfect time for sharpshooter.
It doesn't quite kill that Minotaur bit. You feel like the Spirit Guardians would probably finish him off, as it's just dripping with blood.
Next would be this one.
That hits. Ichor drips from the Berserker, leaving it very badly injured.
This one now.
It's a free-for-all.
That's another hit. You sink a bullet into him, and he's also very badly bloodied.
Pew, pew, pew. And finally, this one back here. Spirit Guardians, do your magic.
Hit. And you leave him gravely injured. Most of these Minotaur look like they're gonna just get melted away from the Spirit Guardians.
Woo!
4 for 4.
Alright, it's a wisdom save for this guy. He succeeds on the save and he runs into here. Takes a little bit of radiant damage and he's going to gore Roland recklessly. And Roland, you're hit for 18 damage and you need to make a strength save. He launches you through the air. He launches you 10 feet over here and knocks you prone. And he just steps up to here. Roland, you have only one option when you stand up.
Yeah.
It's this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna. This time I'm gonna swing with my mighty axe.
Okay.
Get it some kills. I do have like the spikes for my cloaker tail as like the tuning pins. I'll try to stick one of those in its head.
There is a great axe on the ground from left over from one of these Minotaurs. You can try to wield. It'd be pretty unwieldy. All right, that hits.
Yeah, I was about to say because they're a lot bigger than.
Yeah, you would be using it at disadvantage because it's large.
1 damage. Oh yeah. I got some damage with the guitar now. All right.
Luckily, the guitar is magical; it doesn't just break straight away. Slap into the side of the Minotaur. Joining in on the bloodlust. Scam.
I'm gonna send a sunbeam straight north.
Ooh.
Nice.
Vaporize.
Not vaporize one of them.
Woo!
Ooh, that's a good one.
This one becomes blinded and gets pretty schmelted. It's also blinded. This one is vaporized. It consumes the Minotaur wholly.
Nice.
And this one is blinded and left seriously injured.
Then I am. That's gonna be it. Actually. Don't die, Brew.
Copy that. Can do.
This one's going to attack you, Ren. Recklessly. with a great axe, and you duck underneath the attack. Whoosh. The numbers of the Minotaur are dwindling greatly. Maku is enraged. Alright, unless you roll, you have to roll stupidly low to not kill this one, Darius. That Minotaur drops to the ground, his flesh melts and just his axe and horns remain, mostly. Darius, you're up.
Alright. Let's... I will bonus action hit this one with my spiritual weapon.
Hit. 28. And
Good
the
damage.
spike gauntlet almost turns it into fog. As it smacks
And then I'm going to use my action to channel divinity Path of the Grave on Maku.
it. Okay.
No,
Maku's flesh becomes all cracked and his bones are brittle and
You just see him, Darius, turn around and immediately like put his shield forward and just be like, by Helm, die!
this deathly glyph appears on his bare chest.
It's all yours, Brew.
Oh wow! Thank you for teeing that up.
This Minotaur is in the spirit
Hope I can
guardians.
live. Oh, he's not even up here.
And roll some damage with Darius. He turns into microwave steak. Ren,
on the floor. That's where.
Yay!
that is a hit.
Gee.
Just stabbing relentlessly. And you hit him for 38 damage. And yeah, another hit like that and he's going to fall. You'll be dragging him into the awful pit. So you can bathe in his entrails.
I will.
Okay. Whoa, settle
Doesn't kill
down.
me.
You're scaring me.
Fucking fight, man.
So
But you guys are very fortunate. Most people made the saving throws. Otherwise, this would be one big mess of everyone tirelessly using melee attacks. Alright,
which would also be fun if we were the last one standing.
it's fun if you're a melee attacker. Not so fun if you're
Well,
not.
yeah, true.
I can be.
True, it's all relative. So Maku, he was reckless last turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna swing Sun Death at him, noticing his
Head
brittle
off.
state. Shouting a prayer to Tempest to echo the prayer up to Helm, and they'll meet on the field.
Hit.
Really hoping for a crit.
Well, it's close to a crit.
Yeah. Well, it's still big damage.
62.
30.
Alright,
Damn.
you strike him across the chest, straight through that glyph, that skull glyph, and he stumbles backwards, and his horn begins to drop from his hand. He's still standing,
Followed up.
and that's another hit.
Woo!
You plunge the greatsword into his chest as he cries for Baphomet. He drops his horn from his hand.
Yes!
And he falls onto his knees and slumps over with half his body sticking out of the fog. And all of these berserker minotaurs vanish
My
instantly,
Sweet.
That channel divinity was clutch, dude.
leaving behind only two regular sized minotaur. You can just hear Ren screaming like from the other room. And then there's this blinded minotaur looking around. Golden orbs in his
I'm gonna
eyes.
look at him. Well, you can't see me, but I'm just give him a grin as I point my gun at him and boom.
Hit. You almost kill him. He starts to sink to his knees.
See,
Oh,
they
God.
were waiting on you, Brew.
Yeah, well, I know.
Nope.
I'm always taking my time to get there.
Alright, just gonna shoot him. Just cause, I mean... You know what, just in case. No sharpshooter. Just, yeah, straight up. Wow.
And
Oh!
you just splatter him against this column of rock. Look around, there's a big pile of 11 Minotaur bodies, including Macros and one other standing Minotaur.
Just gonna step over them, put the flintlock on my wrist, well, I mean, holding with one hand, wrist on the other to try and aim down, and try and fire at this one. My last 2 shots. Whoop!
8 is a miss.
And another one.
And it's a crit. The blood spatter sprays all over an embroiled Ren. The Minotaur staggers but doesn't quite drop to the ground. He's bleeding profusely. The blood disappears underneath the fog. Makes you wonder exactly how much blood is on the ground here. It does feel kind of wet and slimy.
I hope Roland manages to just run over there and skewer him with his horns.
Yeah.
Probably not.
He's gonna be running at...
I'm gonna be running at Darius.
Is Darius the
Damn.
closest? He is.
Yeah, he's the closest.
Bring it, little man.
I hope I quit.
Roland just points his head
stop
down and charges Darius with his horns. But
That's actually not a bad roll.
bounces off
It's a
your
great
arm.
roll. Not good
Yeah.
enough.
You actually have to crit to hit him. That's the only way you damage him.
Just laughing in your face, just blood all over me. Yeah.
I have a fighter in another game that a lot of creatures have to crit to hit.
Now, Roland, it was fine when you were attacking the Minotaurs, but this won't do. No, greater restore on Roland again.
Right, you're back to normal, Roland.
I can't. I don't have any
use your
5th
fifth,
level or
sixth,
above
and
spell
7th.
slots. Never mind.
No.
You run up to him and you realize there's just not enough
Better figure
power
out why I'm
left.
cursed. I think I know, but y'all are gonna have to figure that out.
I'll just continue over this way, then you got it,
You
Darius.
just tap him on the shoulder as you run by.
And I'll dash over here.
Alright, there's just Scamp and Rend left in this gauntlet. And swings at you, Ren. And you're hit for 16 slashing.
I'm going to uncanny dodge that.
Alright, so you jump back, avoiding a lethal blow. Taking 8 damage. You're still standing. Darius.
That's my 30 feet. And I'm going to toll the dead, that motherfucker.
Aww.
You can still bathe in its blood.
Maybe. Or that.
Darius. Make a wisdom saving throw, my friend. You think they were out of this? You thought wrong.
You weren't free. You weren't clear.
Are you almost
You weren't
hear the
close
call
enough before, I guess.
of the bloodlust? But you're overcome it as well. And that Minotaur makes a wisdom save. As you continue to cast the spell. He just doesn't
Damn.
get affected by it, that's
So
all.
why is Minotaur?
Ren gets the kill.
Well, they are very good hunters.
Well,
Actually,
maybe.
Wisdom is a sign of being a good hunter. Alright,
Yeah,
Ren, you
It's dead. It's dead.
kill the Minotaur. And you set your eyes on Brew next. This isn't over.
Oh, no.
I want to bathe in its blood first.
Yeah, you
Damn
can
it.
do that. You just start grabbing some
Roll around
entrails,
in it.
put them around your neck, and like a little necklace. And you wouldn't move this turn now anyway. You just you guys just see like this Minotaur kind of hunched over, and all of a sudden a rapier blade just pierce out of its back, and as it falls and parts the fog, you see a bloodthirsty wren staring at you guys. Them crazy eyes, and you look around and you realize you're flanked by Roland, who's got like his horns and he's doing charging headbutts at you guys. So we're staying initiative because they're going to keep on attacking you guys. You have to try to incapacitate them, most likely. Brew.
No, run. You're getting carried away. I'm gonna run.
Put her in a
Attempt-
chokehold.
Well,
Sleep.
just gonna knock you out. Sorry about this. I'll reckless. I'll just use. Oh, I don't have Sun Death out. I'll just punch you.
You don't?
Reckless. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't have. What do you call it? Last word out. I was gonna use last word because it's polite. Because Sun Death is all flamey. It's just not.
Polite to punch me in face with a shield.
Yes, I feel like that's somehow more.
If you would use the pommel of the greatsword, though, you wouldn't.
Oh, there we go. I'll use the pommel, and I'll attempt to incapacitate. Incapacitate Iran. Sorry about this. And I'll attack reckless.
Going back.
No, you. I think you're going a little too far, and I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh wait, I rolled. That should be improvised weapon, but anyway.
I was going to do unsettling.
Wait, you're doing it as an improvised weapon?
Yeah, I'm not trying to use Sun Death itself. I'm just trying to use the pommel.
Well,
So
if you
keep
still,
the roll.
you don't have to use it as an improvised weapon. It's just when you reduce her to 0 hit points, you can knock her out instead of killing her.
Okay.
Which you wouldn't kill her anyway unless you did like over 100 points of damage. So that's a hit.
Right.
No, I
And,
did unsettling visage,
Oh,
which
okay.
gave him disadvantage.
All right. So that misses.
Okay. Then I'll swing it recklessly.
That
Try to
hits.
sail.
You go into your like normal form, right? For a brief moment or something with that.
Yeah, for a brief moment.
All right.
Bruce screams
Bro, are
really
you
high pitched.
killing her or knocking
What's
her
that?
out?
I'm knocking her out.
Okay.
Oh god.
Alright. Brew just smacks her over there with the pommel and you're knocked unconscious. Stable. Roland starts sweating when he sees that.
Sorry,
He's
Randy.
like that meme where that guy's sweating.
What the hell? This fight has just been a meme.
Alright, Roland's still coming in.
So much. Oh, sorry.
He's dangerous.
Thanks, Beth.
He's often dangerous. Pavel.
I'm gonna drop my gun, take out Tirlai, look at Roland, think he's crazy, and just slowly walk over. With the amethyst pommel of Tirlai, I'm just gonna whack him in the head. Two-handed.
That's a hit.
I mean, you're gonna hit me.
The thing is, do I hit hard?
For 4 damage. Not really. You don't knock him out, you
Hey,
just really
I
hurt
kept
him.
Brew from hitting me once.
Or you smack him over the face and he
I
just...
have a 13 AC, and no kind of reactions to make my AC better. So
Stop fighting. Smack. Stop. Smack. Fighting. Smack.
kinks his head back
Basically,
towards
that's
you.
what I had to do.
And you miss.
Oh,
And again you miss.
I warned you!
See?
Roland.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns now, right?
yeah, he gets the horns.
I don't even know what Roland's doing. He's like just like doing the tiniest little headbutt, like
He's like he puts his head against him and then pushes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man.
It's like when you're like having a fight with your drunk friend. You're just like, "Whoa, dude, what? Stop, please, stop."
Oh god, we're gonna have to beat Roland because I can't hit for damage at the end. I want to shoot him.
Yeah, you kill me.
Scam.
All right, you got Roland. Pavel, maybe hit
You
him
don't-
harder next time, so you don't have to beat him repeatedly.
Roland is just laughing in his face.
You don't want to beat Roland around the face with your staff.
Go on, Scam. Come on, Scam. Give him a whack.
I want to go check out the altar up here.
Alright, the altar looks very grisly. It's made of lashed sinew and bones.
I dashed to get up there, so that'll be it for this time.
It looks like it's made out of minotaur bones. With their flesh stretched over it. Darius. Leaving Pavel to contend with
Just
Roland.
checking something.
It's just Roland, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I got nothing I can even throw at it.
Would
That
I
would
be
be-
safe in this?
I think he excluded you.
Yeah, I would have naturally excluded all my.
I
No,
think. Wait, could he
natural.
see you when you cast
I
it?
don't think he could
so.
have seen me. That's why I
Yeah.
asked.
I would have dropped.
Yeah, you'll melt.
Well,
right
if I,
away.
if I saw her like taking any damage, I would immediately just drop it anyways.
Okay,
Like, not
I'm
seeing them.
dead.
you can drop it.
Unconscious. Different.
Yeah, you're not definitely not
Well,
dead.
it was like you wouldn't be able to tell I was taking damage.
I will come up next to Scamp.
I
That's my
ran.
turn.
You're still having dreams about just like cannibalistic
I'm
rituals.
No, I'm dreaming of gutting Brew.
One more level and I'll have some actual horns. I'm ready for that.
One more
Alright.
level and I can walk in dreams.
Nice.
I'll pull Ren out of the offal and move up beside Scam. Ren got all ragey and stayed that way.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that right now, so we have to figure out how to solve this.
Turn it off. Alright, Pavel, I have 16 HP.
Come on,
buddy.
Pavel.
I don't hit
16 HP
hard.
and an AC of 13. Come on, buddy.
I'll try. Okay, let's do this again.
Yeah, you hit.
Barely hits it. Ooh!
Alright,
You almost took me out in one go.
That's another hit.
I'm down. Unless you roll like really, really low damage.
Please do not roll low,
Maybe.
Pavel.
Oh!
Alright, finally
Okay.
you just you knock roll into the ground,
Took 3 hits to the head!
unconscious, and kind of disappears in the fog, and you have to grab him, sling him over your
Yeah, I'm
shoulder.
gonna pick. Basically, that's what I'm gonna do, yeah.
At least it only took Brew one hit to take me out.
We're gonna take a 10-minute break now, and we'll see
Alright.
what can be done when we get back. I'll see you guys soon.
That was a really fun fight, but at the same
Later.
time, it was
Yeah.
very frustrating for Roland.
I'll bet.
I'm sorry.
It sucked
No,
that it
it's-
made.
I mean, it's not your fault. I failed
Ren's
twice.
only saving grace was just how often that they went to Reckless. So she was able to get her sneak attack. That was it.
I mean-
Otherwise, she
Yeah, well,
would have been
mean-
useless.
I mean, but you still did a shit ton of damage.
Well, that's because
Yeah, but-
that's what I was saying. It was like that's
Yeah.
because they went into Reckless. If they weren't Reckless so much, it was like, eh.
Wait,
I did,
you
I
would have
got-
still
I
had
got-
Jason for some of them.
I got
from,
I got a mantle. I got a mantle of inspiration off. So I got 11 temp HP to all of you, and then when I was in berserker mode, I did a total of 4 damage. I think.
That was
You
cool.
killed one. You killed one.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I killed one because it was already so hurt from Pavel shooting it in the head. I didn't really have to do much.
Yeah, well, that's
So
how
cool.
it worked.
Look, a kill is a kill.
I did try to help you out of the curse once.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know.
To be fair,
It's not your fault that my wisdom saves aren't just fantastic.
So I don't know if I was not paying attention or something, but I only rolled one wisdom save that entire fight.
Yeah, it was weird.
I don't think you were close enough.
I'm
first
thinking
time.
you have to be so close. What you were doing would have to be so close to the altar.
I guess that makes sense.
Did
But
you?
the thing is,
And then do something that is like directly involved in the battle, I guess.
Yeah. Did you? Because I can't remember what
Well, I cast
you
the
did the
silence first. That was like my first big spell sending because I didn't know what else to do.
Well, honestly, I don't know if the silence. I don't know if the silence.
I don't think it did anything.
Well, it's what I'm saying is because I cast fog cloud, which I mean it doesn't do any damage or anything. I mean it hampers eyesight, but that forced me into a save. So
Yeah.
It was-
well,
it
no,
wasn't
I mean
just
more so like
attacking.
my theory was we were working through like whether or not it was visual or sound based or whatever.
yeah. Well,
I
'cause
think it
wasn't-
might have just literally
yeah.
been in proximity.
well,
Yeah,
the thing
because I
is,
wasn't even looking at it when I cast fog cloud. So
yeah, that, and also when I shot someone 70 feet away, it has a really long range, or it's just really weird.
Who knows? Either way, we came out of it on the other side.
Yeah, I don't think it was just
Yeah.
range.
Thought it was
Hear
something
myself.
unique to Darius.
By the way, I haven't used my Path to the Grave very much, but I think that was a really good use of it.
It was.
yeah, that's clutch.
Yes,
It was.
I was with everyone else. I was like, come on. If I told Brew, I was like, if you crit, man, I'm probably gonna shit my pants because it's gonna be so good.
So much damage.
Yeah, I had so many plans for that. I will never get another fireball that would have been as good. I don't
As
think.
lined up as that? No,
Yeah.
never.
Man, that pisses me off a little bit.
I mean,
I really
happens,
wanted to do
though.
that. Yeah, it does.
I had a
Yeah,
very
I-
scary
Like I
thought.
said earlier, I this is one of those few moments where I'm like, man, I really wish not. I really miss Nox's AOE abilities.
Yeah. I think it's funny because Roland doesn't even carry a dagger or anything. He has no weapons.
Yeah, just a rapier hilt.
A rapier hilt for show.
I imagine it's still like I actually imagine that the it's actually like the sheath part of it. What's sheathed is just like a stick, like a wooden stick or something.
Yeah, there's nothing. It doesn't even come out. It's just it's like glued on there.
Oh man.
I
I had a
think
scary thought.
trying
Sorry.
to think if I think that might be those might be some of the first melee attacks I've taken with Roland. Literally.
To be fair, I was actually really impressed you didn't go down.
Well, I got really lucky with some of the damage rolls against me, and I was still kind of in the back, so I wasn't getting hit by a ton of them at the same time. And it was luck that I didn't go down. Because again, AC at 13, I should have been getting hit every freaking time.
Oh yeah, no, entirely. Especially at this level.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised I only went down once.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say that was kind of a lucky fight in our way.
Yeah.
Um,
It could have been a lot
Scamp-
worse.
that was a big level spell, Cure Wounds, to like push on me, but I think it definitely was worth it.
It was funny because I wasn't. Me and Brian were talking a little bit on the side about like pairing with the beacon of hope, and I wasn't gonna do a 7th level at the time he cast Beacon of Hope, because I was like, well, people that are near enough aren't like that low. And then the guy used his action to make everybody attack. And my tune very quickly changed.
Oh yeah, no, like it was kind of like when they took Runaway. I was like, I could have moved 10 feet over and immediately cast Spare the Dying and like try to like bring her back up and all that kind of stuff. I was like, nope. They just took that option away. So many things went kind of sideways in that fight.
Yep, I was like, okay, well, this turn I'll go and I'll sunbeam these guys that are coming around down here to try and blind them so they don't come up and hit us next time. And then next turn, I've got a lot of range on Fey Energy, so I'll use that to get run up. And then it didn't work out that way because she got tossed out of line of sight.
And then nope.
There is some
But,
sunbeams
I mean, like,
there.
I will say this. I think tonight was a really good example of good party mechanics. We just think on the fly and work it out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Brew, if you were maddened, I think it would have been scary because it would have been hard to put you down.
No, it wouldn't have.
Why not?
I could put him down real hard.
Without killing him?
If you have a sleep
Yeah.
spell, he's vulnerable to sleep. I get a bunch
And
of
he doesn't have a high wisdom.
Oh.
But
You have to get his hit points down low enough to do sleep, though.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure 2 Toll of the Dead would have taken care of that.
no, but 0 hit points doesn't stop Brew very much. I get
That
right
too.
now. I get a few saves against it, and in a level, it doesn't stop him at all.
That's right. You get what is it? The Relentless Fury or whatever.
It's yeah, it's the zealot. It's the zealot power. Basically, even if you're dead while you're raging, like 0 hit points, you can be dead. You don't stop. You only actually
rage
die
beyond
when the
death
rage
or whatever
ends.
it's
Yeah. So I think there's actually really fun synergy there with your grave cleric, like, right?
Oh no! Like so, I ran last week actually a kind of a one shot just for fun of a bunch of people at like 18th level, just for stupid like, hey, let's just have some fun and see what happens. And so I had everybody roll up. I had 4 players roll up level 18 characters, and we had a Zealot Barbarian and not a Grave Cleric, but just a different cleric. I forget which. I think it was a Light Cleric. Either way, it was gnarly. Watching, they were tanking a Teresk really hard.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
Well, I can see it because I can survive at 0 hit points for arguably 10 rounds, depending on when I get or if I just keep raging, arguably indefinitely. And then you could just, if you want to, if you pop heals on me, they'll be max heals, which go a long way. Like, yeah, it'd be interesting to see when to heal, like, because maybe Brew just soaks up hits at 0 hit points. Like, I haven't quite figured out how the mechanic ought to work there.
No, I think. I think that's the way it was designed. I think the Zealot was designed to basically be an unkillable meat machine, as long as someone is around to just throw something at him when he finally goes down. Like it's more is it like the Zealot relies a lot more on the rest of the party when it comes to the external stuff rather than the singular, like as a player.
Are you saying Brew doesn't have good mental saves? 'Cause that's very true.
Oh, maybe. You know.
I don't have good saves, period, other than Dex. I think I've only made 1 non-Dex save in this game.
You did make that 1 death save just now.
Alright, as you guys enter this cave, it's got a soaring 50-foot high cavernous ceiling, and you agitate the fog as you move through it. There is this offal pile. A low stone barrier constrains a massive pile of rotting, dismembered body parts, including 2 freshly hollowed out minotaur. There is, behind the offal pile, standing a crude altar. It's made of minotaur fur, stretched over a sinew-lashed set of minotaur bones with horns, kind of as armrests, and 2 poles thrusting out the back of the altar, each with a minotaur's skull atop it.
Can say we searched the bodies, or especially of Maku or whatever his name was.
You want to search the minotaur bodies?
Yeah.
Especially Mac.
Okay. All right. The minotaur.
Maku's first.
They just wear like basically a loincloth, and that is all they have on them. They have there are a number of large-sized great axes, and you're basically feeling around the fog for these items. And the only thing of value that you recover is this brass horn that is inscribed with mazes. Maze pattern after maze pattern after maze pattern. And it's definitely magical. He blew it and minotaurs came out of it.
We're going to hold on to this until Will wakes up. As the most musical inclined, we will at least get his opinion of it first.
It looks like a minotaur horn that's been carved with mazes.
Very cool.
Made of brass, though.
And looking at the pile of bodies, I'm assuming it's just like a mixture of everything. So
there's you see drow, troglodyte, quaggoth, some humanoids, mixed humanoids, and even some minotaurs.
Are they stripped, or are they just everything, just all of it in there? The clothing, armor, shields.
Yeah. There's leather armor that's being torn through, bodies that have some of the clothes ripped off of them, and there are just multiple body parts. You're not even sure how deep the pit is. It will take 1 hour to search through it if you want to go in there.
Darius would just look at Scamp as the other basically
Cadavers.
Adult of the party, and just be like, "Do you think it's worth the time?"
I'm not sure yet. Is there any chance that you can detect magic? Maybe there's a magical thing emanating this curse that I could then dispel?
Is anyone proficient in religion?
Me.
Brew is.
Yeah, so this is obviously some sort of demonic ritual that they were performing here. You're not sure if the ritual had any merit, but it's definitely got some religious bearing. They were chanting to Baphomet, their god.
Brew, who still kind of thinks he's a priest, will start talking with you, Darius, as if he knows. But
I feel like if you could expend 3 vials of holy water and say the proper rituals, you may consecrate this altar, and that may very well lift the curse.
Could I try and make a religion check to know how to, I guess, deconsecrate or consecrate the area against whatever?
I literally just said
it. Yeah, I know. I'm just sorry.
You just want to roll.
Nope, I don't want to roll. But I do.
Hey, you can expend 3. You can expend 3 vials of holy water and attempt to say the right prayers to consecrate the altar.
I only got 1.
I do have 3, so
Ooh.
I will dump the 3, say the rites.
I'll assist.
Oh.
All right, you take 3 vials of holy water, and you tip them all over the altar, completely drenching it. And Brew, did you want to do something? while he's doing
I just want to assist on the religion check, if it's a religion check.
You can make your own, but I don't see how you could assist him.
Okay.
Unless you could
Okay.
try and explain that to me, but you have to still be able to actually assist somehow. Like it has to be actually possible to assist.
Right. Sort of go over like if we're preparing if he's preparing the prayer in advance, like sort of go over it with him. Be like, okay, no, say it to me. No, I think the intonation goes here. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Makes sense. Alright, so you can make a religion check with advantage. As Brew points out, the errors in your ways. You're like, I replace this with Tempest. Replace this with Tempest, and then you just you like hold up,
make a wish.
you hold up this bit of parchment and you read it. And you're like, Tempest, 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 and you fail to consecrate the altar, unfortunately.
Good try.
Well, there is always the old school method, and he like pulls out the warhammer from his hip that he rarely uses, and I'm going to decimate this altar right here
Hey, are you proficient,
Like,
Darius? And your bonus is a +4
with a warhammer.
with religion. Oh, it's intelligence.
Yeah, religion's intelligence, not wisdom.
This one will be a wisdom religion check.
Oh, okay. So that would have been a.
Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with religious knowledge. This is faith. So add on what your bonus would
That'd be a 17.
All of a sudden, you hear a hissing sound, and the altar just falls apart. It collapses to the ground, and you see Darius and Ren and Roland kind of jig around a little bit. And you feel that the bloodlust, that sensation of bloodlust, has lifted from this area. Curse has been lifted.
Yeah, I've never understood why religion is a intelligence-based stat, but
It's because it's like law. You're calling law.
Yeah.
It's more like
It's
what,
it depends on the role,
yeah.
like what it's used for.
You can use different ability scores for different skills. There's only one way you can be sure. You have to tie one of them down, wake them up, and see if they try to lunge at you.
I would not let Brew wake me up because I would lunge for him.
I tell Brew to sit on Ren.
Just sit on me.
Ren dies,
She'll
making
stab
you
me no matter
character.
what.
I give Roland the couple like slaps across the face.
Why does everyone think that wakes people up? Here, you're unconscious and hurt. Let me hurt you some more.
Yeah, he's heavily concussed. It's not the sort of thing that can be.
You think that isn't proper ER procedure?
No, it is not proper ER procedure.
You have to
I
either-
need someone who's already unconscious.
You have to give him some healing or wait an
I'll
hour.
put one Fey energy dice into Roland.
Roland, you open your eyes, and I imagine someone's got you like lifted out of the fog, so at least your head's above the fog, because there still is 2 feet of fog on the ground here.
I don't know if this means they like you more or consider you less of a threat.
The second
Probably
option.
And you're covered in blood, Roland. You don't have any recollection at all of what had really happened. It's all a blur. Well, you've got a vague recollection.
Dear Lord.
Are
oh,
you
oh God.
still
And
feeling head bunny?
I start playing my guitar immediately, casting prestidigitation constantly to get all the blood off.
You clean yourself off.
Please clean me off before you wake me up.
Darius is gonna help Roland up by the shoulder, and as he stands him up, he's just gonna be like, good for you, and just like pats him on the back, like kind of that like hard pat, like a dad pat, like, I've never seen you so into the fight, and just like walk.
Roland's
walk
not
by.
even paying it. Roland's not paying attention to you. Like he's like looking at his guitar now. My word, is Is that blood on my guitar? What the hell?
And yeah, you missed the spot roll, and there's still like a big chunk of gore just on the end of one of your horns.
I can't really see it though. So
Maybe Darius flicks it off or something as he's talking to you. Alright. You guys awake, ran up, and I guess you'd be in like your original form, Ren.
Oh no, I only go back to that form if I actually die. I've
Okay.
read that.
Alright.
I don't go to that form if I go unconscious.
Alright, Ren's up, and yeah, she doesn't try to stab anyone more than usual.
Well, I noticed Rue moved away, so.
Just sort of peering at innocently and gazing at the sky. Oh, hi, Ren. How's it going?
Bye, Balinor.
I feel like shit. Oh, I have a headache.
Well,
is it hitting my head on a rock? What the hell?
I mean, to be fair, you were being very truthful to your music. I applaud you for that.
You stabbed a minotaur with your horns.
That was metal.
Why am I covered in
What the hell
blood
was wrong
head
with
to
me?
toe?
Ren's got like a necklace of entrails still around her neck.
I'll start cleaning up Ren with as well. So again, just constantly just casting it. I haven't stopped even when I'm talking.
Alright, yeah. You clean everyone up.
I feel like the song would be the jingle for like a shampoo commercial.
It's not just you and Ren either, it's everyone. Everyone is covered in gore.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hope it doesn't do something like that again.
Well, I mean, not to make a bad joke at a bad time, but anyone feel like a good steak?
Yes, that is a bad joke.
Oh, I should get some for rations.
Yes, you
I'll
should.
go harvest a little cut of meat for my
Some nice
meat board.
What
You're
we don't
barely
know
rarely
is
see.
that Brew has put some in his bag as well. but he doesn't have a refrigerated.
I refuse to eat anything that Brew cooks, so I don't care.
Alright, Scamp, you get a filet mignon.
Ooh, nice, good one.
Extra min.
Some beef tenderloin.
Oh man.
So, as we look around here,
I'm gonna hit
granted,
myself
Seb,
with
I
the
fully
third
realize we don't have a concept of time. Are we feeling like it is close to a sleep time, or is it way too middle of the day?
Roland thinks it's close.
I am tired.
You can
wow.
make
I
a
saw you
survival
healing
check.
yourself.
That is a great check. Cure wounds.
I think the last long rest you guys have was when you went back to the surface with the sing-alongs, right?
Sounds right, yeah.
I think
Yep.
so.
Yes.
You can make a survival
For
check.
Brew.
Try and think about how long.
Thank you, Scamp. I feel much better.
Oh, thank you, Scamp.
It won't change the fact that
It's another good roll.
Oh my god, with the plus 10.
that you'll
and
still
I
need to wait the
fail.
same amount of time if you want to take a long rest.
Damn.
Can I also make a survival check, or because Hallister fucked with me, I will have no clue?
You can make a survival check at disadvantage. It slightly disorientated you. Alright, if you had to guess, it's like mid-afternoon or something. So
I will
yeah.
share
Still.
that.
I mean, yeah, you can take a long rest whenever you want. It just
I'd say then.
you just be taking the rest of the day off adventuring. Depending
For
on
you.
where you are and how long it takes, is depending on what's going to happen during that period of time.
Well, until we come to a safe spot, do we want to maybe take maybe an hour just to have some food, maybe some drink?
I would be okay
Yeah.
with that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we don't want to encounter anything right now, especially not the drow.
I still have plenty of spells. So yeah, that 21 for you, Ren. That's for you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Some
can see if you
lower
can
level
use those.
spells left.
I was gonna say I'll sit down and start ritually casting a tiny hut.
Hey, yeah, that's fine.
Is this a good spot, do you think?
Well, and Scamp can put up her little, yeah. There was a corner up here we could possibly like hunker into.
Oh,
We need
it's
to
on
be out of the way.
another way out.
There was that bone
okay,
pit
corner.
thing that I dropped into.
This looks like a dead end up this way.
It's both ways are dead ends, I think.
Oh,
All right, the
And they're,
ritual
like both
will take.
horns.
Yeah, its room does look like a bull's head. All right, the ritual takes 10 minutes. Everyone
I
has to
said
be in the
that
hut.
earlier. That looked like a cow skull.
everyone gather round. Gather round.
And once it's up, you can leave it, but when you cast it, you have to be inside it. And Scamp, you throw up some shadow magic.
Ren is
Further
just-
obscure this dark corner of the dungeon. Okay,
I
the
am
hut's
not
up.
beaming with sunlight anymore either.
It's nice and
It's
cozy
not my dark
inside.
vision though.
Oh yeah, I'll fix that up. So it's yeah, it's nice and cozy. The fog actually dissipates to reveal just an uneven stone floor littered with dark brown stains and a few small bones. Other than that, it's nice and comfy inside the tiny hut, and the dome is shaped to look like a ball of fog, really, a dome of fog.
Yeah, I would color it the same as the fog.
Okay, so while you guys rest in here.
Take a short rest.
All right,
At
so
least a short-
an hour
will
goes by,
cook up-
and
Brew will
nothing
attempt to cook up some stew.
happens during that hour. So everyone can take a
Alright.
short rest now.
So close.
All right, Brew. Yeah, there's lots of steak around. You've got a nice variety of ingredients, we'll say.
I swear I should just make vegetarian stew with the potatoes, but Nope,
remember,
this time there's
Song
mystery
of
meat.
Rest is a D10.
Oh.
Are you cooking up? Are you like cooking something, Brew? Like, are you making a fire?
oh no,
You can.
no, just sandwiches.
My hearth of moonlight and shadow hides
Sandwiches.
light from the outside.
It's cold cuts only.
Okay, well if it's hidden, then sure. Let's put something
I'm not
warm in our
eating it.
bellies.
All right, you make a little fire, Brew, and cook something up for everyone. It's called meat. Is what you name your creation.
I call this mate.
It's just meat. So yeah, whether you eat it or not, it's perfectly safe. It's not going to harm you.
Roland would eat it.
Scamp would do.
I'd eat it.
Tastes meaty. Alright, so about an hour and 10 minutes have gone by, and you guys are feeling a little bit tired, but what is the plan? What do you guys want to do now? Nothing happens, like not a single soul comes by this cave. It's quiet, you don't really hear any noises.
I wonder if we've killed most of the Minotaurs. I don't think that we've killed them all, if I'm being honest, but maybe we've killed a large chunk of them at least.
I think we've definitely need to do something about the area. Our mission being to, I guess, rid this floor of the Minotaurs. I guess we need to go hunting.
Oh, while we're taking the short rest, can I identify the horn?
Sure. You check it out,
Or look at it at least.
and it pretty much does exactly what you saw it do. You try to use it and it doesn't work. It's called a Horn of the Endless Maze. And you can use your action to blow the horn, and in response 3d4 plus 4 warrior spirits come from the abyss and appear within 60 feet of you. They use the statistics of a berserker, and they look like minotaurs. And it can't be used again for another 7 days.
Alright, so I'm actually going to start up a tally.
Yeah, you can keep a track of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that also update on the handout. 7 days to go.
That is, yeah, because that is.
You can use that when we go kill everybody at Spider Watch Keep.
Someday.
Alright, well. Off we go, I suppose. Let's do.
Continue the hunt.
I guess.
Continue the hunt.
If we find any other minotaurs, I suppose, but I'll step out of the bubble, breaking it.
I get invisible.
Are you, yeah, you step out of the bubble and you step into a disgusting den. It stinks like death. The rotten bodies are permeating the air.
Should we have a look for secret doors, maybe? And I'll have a look around.
There's definitely some items in here as well.
Would you want to investigate?
Time to go dumpster diving.
Yeah, it will take 1 hour to search it, and you will be going through cadavers, corpses.
And now that we've rested, I could cast Detect Magic, if that would help.
No, let's just do this the old-fashioned way.
Really?
No need to use magic.
We'll get in
my
this.
mage hand as much as possible to move stuff around.
Don't care. He's barefoot.
Who wants to go in?
You're not making
Brew?
wine, Brew.
Yeah, Brew will go in.
Brew goes in.
I'm kind of.
Roland's got a
about
mage
it.
hand and is picking up a thing. Roland's like taking all the valuables and putting them in a pile. Darius goes in as well.
He would have put his shield on the side and like tried to kind of wade through it as best he can.
Right. It's actually a few feet deep, and or even more. It's like a good few feet deep, maybe even 5 feet deep. You literally have to swim through the bodies, and Roland's picking out the items. So this takes an hour. If you guys are not participating, then feel free to take another short rest if you want. But yeah, you start picking out things. There's a set of weaver's tools. And I imagine that Roland's on the prestidigitate as well. There's 14 short swords.
Mage hand and prestidigitate, just one after the other.
There are 6 hand crossbows of drow manufacture. There is a sack of mushroom flour brew.
Oh, I'm gonna make something with that.
There is a spider silk satchel filled full of dry moss and mushrooms. There's a silver holy symbol of Loth. And there's a single glove that looks of drow make. It's purple and it's laced with a web design.
Oh, we can take the holy symbol. That's kind of worth something.
And the glove looks magical because it's not frayed or torn. But it's only a single glove.
There should be another one around here.
Alright, and at the very bottom of the pile, it's actually stacked with coins. All these items are strewn atop 200 gold pieces and 1,700 silver pieces.
Wow.
Alright. So, while this dumpster diving is going on, so all that can go in the loot. While the dumpster diving is going on, Scamp, what are you doing?
What was the horn called? Are you keeping that on you, Roland?
The horn?
Yeah, or do you want me to put it in party loot?
The horn of the endless maze. It can just go in the party loot for now. It can't be used for 7 days anyway. So
Horn of endless mazes. Okay.
Yeah, so what are you doing,
That'd be
Scamp?
good for-
Well, everyone's kind of this. Ren's kind of, getting things organized with the bag of holding and whatnot. Brew, Darius, and Pavel are swimming around. Roland's cleaning everything up. What are you up to?
I think she's probably just like sitting there and watching them dig coins out of dead body crevices on the bottom of the pit.
Really weird.
Not going into it.
Make a perception check, Scamp. You're very
I'm not either.
perceptive. You can't help but notice things. Except for things that are like right in front of your face. You always miss those and trip over and stuff. There's something about this wall that stands out to you. The fog swirls around it in an unusual manner.
You guys, there's a wall back over here. It doesn't look like it's got dead bodies all over it.
Finding things.
Found a wall? Good job.
Those inside like throwing out like an arm, a leg, some fingers, tossing just body parts out.
I'll use my mage hand quickly to like see if the mage hand goes through the wall.
It's not illusory. It does not go through.
Okay. All right. That's my first thought.
If I step closer to it, can I see a mechanism to like, maybe like a button to push or something?
No, it just seems like, oh wait. Is there a what? You notice there's a vague maze pattern carved very cleverly into the stonework. It's almost invisible. And there are multiple maze patterns. I feel like maybe if you trace your finger on the maze, it might open a secret door. You need to make an intelligence check to try and get through the maze.
Oh dear.
Do you tell anybody that you're doing that?
No, I think she would probably just point out that's what it is. She isn't in the habit of actually opening any of the doors we find. Like, I've never had her do that previously, so I don't think, as much as I personally like mazes, I don't think Scamp would try to open it on her own. So I'll point out there's a maze pattern. The wall is special. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I just think I pointed out a wall. But it looks like there's fog swirling around over here, oddly, and there's maze.
All right.
Darius,
Is it a
Brew,
puzzle?
and Pavel. I need each of you to make a constitution save.
That makes sense.
Look at y'all go.
You guys are good. You don't
There's
contract
a reason
any
I'm
sort
not
of,
in that.
sewer plague or anything like that.
That's how you get the COVID.
So many dead bodies.
Too real.
Pavel, do you still have the headband of intellect?
Wearing it right now. It's the only thing that keeps me going.
I'll Scamp to point out the maze to him again, and then I'll pat him on the back after prestidigitating him. I believe in you, buddy. Give
Thank
him
you.
a bardic inspiration.
You can try and decipher the maze, Pavel, with an intelligence check.
So I have Bardic Inspiration. I will use my DM's Inspiration to get advantage. And because I want to make sure I know what's behind this, and I will do an intelligence check. And if before I know if I pass or fail, I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration. I'm definitely gonna use Bardic Inspiration.
D10.
So, come on, baby.
It's a pretty
19.
simple maze pattern, and you decipher it easily. You trace your finger around it, and suddenly a section of the wall sinks down into the ground and becomes seamless, or at least disappears under the fog. And a bit of
Well
fog
done, Babel.
coalesces, swells around as a secret chamber is revealed. Immediately, the gatestone glows.
I was gonna say, and 6 more minutes or pop out.
What
There's
is in
a
here?
2-foot-high blanket of fog covering the floor here.
Okay, I'm assuming this is the gate.
Alright, Roland, you go over. The gatestone's hot. It is actually really hot. It's kind of burning your hand. And number 15 is glowing on it. On the gatestone.
Ooh, yeah, we're not going to do that.
And they're a set of standing stones. So it's not an arch gate. They are standing stones. 15 feet tall. Black basalt stones. Obelisks. And carved into the lintel, so there's it's like 2 stones with another one on top of it.
It's a Stonehenge.
Yeah, it's a Stonehenge. And it's just like a large blood red X. That's it. A large blood red X. And as you stand near it, blood begins to seep from the stones, little rivulets of it, like it's weeping blood.
Well, that's creepy.
Oh,
It's probably the most ominous gate you've ever seen.
that's it.
And it just opens.
Oh. Ah.
And this swirling portal of energy emanates from the gate.
Right, backing
Roland,
up now.
I think
Backing
that
up now.
goes straight to Avernus. I think we should stop.
Huh. So... I wonder what triggered it to open.
It actually closes when you step away from it.
Okay. Interesting. Well, we'll note that down and we'll come back for it later, about maybe.
I
Hey,
can,
Seb, does any of this look of interest, or
Yeah.
is it just
kind of poking up out of the fog, there seems to be some items in this alcove. There's some crates. Want to search it?
Ah. Open them up.
There are actually 2 spider silk pouches sitting on top of one of these crates. Each one has 50 gold pieces of an unusual make. The mintage is the tail side is like a spider web design, and the head side looks like a drow matron mother. 100 gold pieces in total. And there are 2 obsidian scarabs engraved with the insignia of House Frath. And
We'll
there's
start that collection.
a beautiful jeweled anklet worth 750 gold pieces.
Ooh.
And there is a severed drow arm
Not so pretty.
that wears a purple glove that matches the other one that you found.
Hey, nice.
Hey, we have a set.
Postal.
Okay. Found 100 gold.
And the matching glove.
And a drow arm. Don't forget the drow arm.
Can we just throw
Oh, who wants that?
Throw it in the pit, please.
Well, I do believe we should be on our way.
I think so as well.
Do you think we've satisfied our the request made of us, or do you think there would be more of what we should be hunting?
I think we should be at full strength before we go talk to him.
True.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys leave this disgusting refuse pit of bodies and start wading your way through the fog once more. Through these winding, endless tunnels. Caves seem very empty. There's no chanting. Not really any sounds. There's no like dripping water or much. Just the sounds of your footsteps and clinking armor and whatnot. Conversations that you have as you walk through these tunnels.
Where did they go? There they are.
Well, I know it came up from the south.
Still a 2-foot thick layer of fog covering the floor throughout. You see a tunnel. It might lead somewhere to the north. But
Oh, that's a dead end.
it's caved in. There's some more long winding tunnels. Ceilings they range between a height of 20 to 30 feet. There are stalactites on the ceiling, and you start to hear a few drips here and there of some water patting on the floor. And it's an seemingly endless maze of tunnels.
We're back up to this way goes back up.
You wander around through these tunnels and you find them to be mainly empty. Winding. Nothing of interest, nothing of note. Another dead end down here. Looks like there was a cave-in of some sort. Blocking this tunnel off. Who knows what. Some stalagmites. Floor-to-ceiling columns of rock scattered across this area. The fog slowly swells around them and your legs as you walk through the uneven surfaces. And you start to see some minotaur bodies, because this is where you'd first engage them.
Ah, right. So, back this way. Trying to remember exactly where we were.
Did we come from this way?
No.
Or did we come from the south?
A little further south.
Silently wishes she was here last session because she can recall where they've been due to her background.
Alright, as Pavel and Roland enter this cave, you hear an old man giggling. But no one else can hear it, just you two.
Old man. Does it sound like Alistair?
Could be.
Did anyone else hear that?
Alistair?
Hear what?
It stops the second
trying to-
someone else steps into the cave.
Alright, so who all heard the maniac giggling?
You heard that too?
Oh, okay, so I'm the only
I
one.
don't miss much, but I did not hear that.
I did not. Apparently he likes you.
Oh, me and Pavel both heard it.
Why are we
Strange.
the only ones that heard it?
I'm gonna not leave the room. I'm gonna wait until Brew leaves the room before I start moving again. See if it picks back up. Is it sourceless or is there a?
Comes from all around you. Everywhere in this cave.
Switch my hands around.
damn thing.
Alistair, is that you?
I need to get some water.
I think Hallister just likes fucking with us.
And then just cuts it out.
Are you done playing with your friend Hallister?
I just kind of yelled at the air. It becomes much less sinister when you do it all the time.
Help me. Help me. Darius.
Oh, it's...
You hear a cry, a very faint call for help coming from this tunnel. You
Another
all
will of the
hear it.
wisp, more than likely.
Help me.
Coming from this tunnel?
Yep. You see a cave in. And the sound comes from under the rocks. Cry for help. Help me.
I don't care. Let's go.
Help me. Someone, please. I'm trapped here. Help. Help.
Does
My leg
Does this voice
hurts.
sound like the other one?
Sounds
The
very
one in the
similar.
Hmm.
And it is another dead-end tunnel with a cave in. Large and small rocks piled up here.
How old does the cave-in look?
You could make an investigation check. Try and discern that.
I mean, I don't want to get close to it, but
Unless
I don't think you can actually even see it properly from there.
well, I was gonna move up.
unless somebody stops her, Scamp is going to try and clear the rocks because I have no clue what this is.
Scamp, be
Hold
careful.
Hold on a moment,
It's
Scamp.
always a
Or
trap.
maybe
every time
500
we try
years
to help
old,
people.
Roland. Judging from the
Um,
surrounding stone and the way these rocks are
anybody-
put here and the degradation of them.
Yeah. Anybody that was trapped under there has been dead for hundreds of years. We met a will-o'-the-wisp earlier, so it's probably what this is.
Help me.
So
Help me.
maybe get your weapons ready.
Pavel,
Don't-
Pavel,
don't-
back up, please. I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Do
Nope. Another step back. Yep. One more. One more. There you go. And I'm just going to cast Word of Radiant.
Alright.
What's that?
5 feet.
Nothing happens.
Oh,
do
well.
I sense anything with my blind sight?
No. You can make a perception check, though.
Good roll. Damn.
That was
Oh, that's
persuasion.
persuasion. Going to persuade.
Persuade the
Oh.
voice to shut up.
Shut up.
And yeah, it's just a voice, and nothing more. You don't detect anyone under there.
And again, it's a very old cave-in. If somebody was really under there, they would not be able to speak at this point. Unless they're undead.
Or well, yeah, Reverend isn't.
Or
Oh,
if they were
we've been here
a high
before.
You
a
have
high
not.
level elf monk who lived
Oh,
for
you've been
centuries.
down there. Yes, that is where the red fog swirls. That's where Brew got in touch with his inner instincts.
Yeah.
Alright, you're actually climbing up at this stage, and the tunnel slopes upwards, and so it rises above the fog,
We're going up.
and you hear something. Some rattling sound.
Somebody's playing with dice.
Yeah.
It's coming from the passage to the right.
Okay, oh, one brew went down instinctually. Okay.
Brew, hold up
Yeah.
a moment.
It's the
Ren,
dead end.
The sound stops.
It's just a lot of allusions to make us, well, lost, I imagine.
This is weird.
Has this whole place been like this?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you missed it earlier. Pavel, well, he
Oh yeah.
almost got busy with an incubus. That was something.
I don't know
Congratulations.
why Roland put into that. It would have been very illuminating on his education.
You get a little ping from the gate stone, Roland. It's kind of slightly coolish to the touch. It swells with magical energy as the Deathic rune for the number 11 is illuminated. And you're completely out of the fog at this stage. And
it's a mirror gate.
Yep, there is a mirror here. Tall oval mirror framed in stone, hanging on the wall. And it's carved with vines that twist through 11 actual humanoid skulls mounted to the frame. And there is a phrase carved into the bottom of the frame, written in Celestial.
Language I cannot speak.
What languages can you speak?
Well, I can speak Abyssal, Common, Deep Speech, and Elvish.
When will there be Orcish reading?
Deep speech. I was asking that to Roland, but deep speech.
Technically, I can only speak Common and Infernal, but with tongues up, I can speak and understand anything like that's verbal, but I still wouldn't be able to understand written language. I don't have comprehend languages. So
When you need a warlock that can read and write all languages.
well, I'm not a warlock either. So maybe we can find out later. I'll make a
I was gonna
Is it like
suggest a rubbing.
Well, yeah, is it like engraved into like the
Yep.
frame of the mirror? Yeah, I'll make a quick rubbing of it if I can.
Yeah.
Haven't we seen the other one of these?
I think we have, but the only way we're gonna be able to open it is be able to figure out what this.
Well, I know,
riddle is, and if
I
it's
know
in
that, but
Celestial.
I was like, the mirror looks very familiar.
I don't have a similar one written down in my notes, but it could have been while I was gone.
You've definitely seen the other one.
Yeah, I think it was in Muriel's Gauntlet. I think it was that level that we saw it.
Oh,
Maybe.
there's
I
one
might be
in
wrong.
Muriel's lab, but I didn't
That's it.
write down the key. It led back to the Dwarven Temple on level 6, though.
Oh, okay.
That one we know the key
Oh,
too.
no.
That was
That
two.
wasn't the one in Muriel's lab. That was the one near the dead dwarves that led back to the Dwarven Temple on level 6.
No,
The
one
dead
that
dwarves
the
led
dead
to
dwarves
level
go
1.
to level 1.
Oh.
There is one in Muriel's Gauntlet that goes to the level 6, though.
There's one on every level that goes to level 6. There's like so
That
many
must-
gates on level 6.
Well, we'll
The lost level.
we'll figure it out.
I don't know how it's lost. Every level goes there somehow.
If I remember correctly about Muriel's Gauntlet, all the gates we found there were all mirror gates, right?
I only have 2 written down, but they're both mirror gates, yeah.
There were a couple
So-
stone gates.
On that level.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, we're not gonna be able to go through this one right now. But we can figure it out later. I can look through my notes. I have notes of pretty much where every gate that we found is, but I don't have them in front of me.
I've got some notes, but apparently I'm missing some gates. So it's
Oh,
not
this is
helpful.
obviously a dead end.
I have no clue where we've been and where we need to go.
Well, this is a maze.
But we did find the
That goes
Place that
right
looks
back.
somewhat familiar. Rather south.
Hey guys, double
Are you
back,
going back?
and there's just like a big eye. Just a giant eye floating in the air.
Where?
It's
In here?
above you, Roland.
Alistair.
Alistair, stop that shit. It's getting annoying. I'm gonna use a mage hand to try to poke it.
You poke straight through it.
Is
that
it
is just disturbing.
is it smart to poke the bear, so to say?
It looks right at you, Ren,
Probably not.
even
but
though you're invisible.
I'll
Seems to
wave.
be swirling out of some sort of portal. You wave it and it quickly looks the other way. It pretends it's not looking at you.
We can all see you.
It just stares at the wall now, pretends it's not looking at anyone. It flicks back and forth though, real quick.
I'm ready to be done with this level.
Me too. Have we been everywhere though?
We
Probably
went
not.
down here. If you want to go back, we can go up, but we've been through.
It hovers over Brew's head, so it looks like Brew's head is an eyeball.
Okay.
Giant floating eyeball.
Alright, so I found arrows that I've made at some point, so now I have kind of an idea of where we're going. In terms of where we've already been.
Ah, yes, the succubi.
Oh yeah, there's the red, so we came from over here. Originally.
Should we give more people the Freth scarabs?
Probably not a bad idea.
Darius would just take one and kind of try and place it somewhere visibly on his like chest somewhere.
They might wonder where everyone got them, but hopefully not.
Hopefully
Alright,
not.
so you come to the intersection here that kind of tried to goad you to head down this tunnel.
Oh yeah.
And then you continue onwards, or not.
Well,
Should we check?
Yeah, well, you know what they say about curiosity,
I-
right?
Alright, it's a 2-foot layer of fog here.
I have a suspicion that it'll just be another dead end down there, but we can check.
There's
I
a
may be wrong. I've been wrong.
15-foot high side cave covered with 2 feet of fog. And as you move up, Ren, ghostly visages take shape in the fog. They look like faces of people you don't recognize. A face here, a face there, periodically appearing and dispersing. And then you see something that is a little bit alarming. For a brief moment, you see Nox's face in the fog. And that disappears too. Are these all adventurers that have perished in Undermountain? Question mark? Exclamation mark? Question mark again?
If I can't use my eyes of the grave, do I see or detect any undead?
No one dead.
was it in here that I saw that?
Yeah. And you see a couple more faces appear and disappear. You don't recognize any other faces though.
Do a soft growl before I turn away.
You hang around a little bit longer, and you actually see Brew's face appear for a brief moment, and then swirl away.
Oh, he did die.
There's more twisting tunnels angling around in different directions.
Why can't we just be in a place that's 90-degree angles and, you know, hallways, not these tunnels?
Floors all uneven, and occasionally you trip up on a stray bone or something like that. There's a few little spiders crawling around on the walls.
We wouldn't want the labyrinth to be too easy for cartographers to map.
I suppose.
Come to a somewhat familiar looking intersection. Maybe? Is it familiar? There's a large piece of stalactite that's broken off, and it looks like it's run through a skeleton of some description over in this alcove, which is filled full of fog.
I remember that. So up this way is the drow, like, hosting.
You've also got this little landmark of the rusty shield guardian's head. So this must be the ramp up to level 10. 11, sorry.
Yeah. This place is so confusing. Well, I mean, what do you guys think?
I think I'm tired of wandering about. But, I mean, at this point, do we find a place to bunk down and take a moment for ourselves? With watch, of course.
Well, this is a dead end. Nice and roomy.
Are you talking about over here?
Yeah, they're right down here.
Oh, down there. Okay. Well, normally I don't like just wasting hours, but there were some good points brought up. Before we ought to House Freth again, I think it is prudent to be rested up as best we can.
I mean, as a player, I would love to scout out this entire level, but I have a headache and have no desire to try to figure out where we've been and where we haven't been.
I'm actually a little turned around. I've lost track of where we are.
I only
have
know
a
a
pretty
bit.
good idea.
I'm normally pretty good about that, but
Do we want to bunker down then? Batten the hatches, as it were.
I think that would be a good idea if our next move is going back to a drow house, yes.
Why are you growling, Pavel?
No, I said
I would definitely be one to say that as long as we have at least one person keeping watch, it wouldn't be a burden. Scamp can put up the somewhat of a hiding nature. If we need to, we can cast your little dome of impossibility.
It's not impossible. I mean the tiny hut, then yes. Even though I don't
do
think I have
need
enough
the
room to.
tiny
I
hut.
don't think I have enough room to cast it in this little spot over here, but
It'll fit.
it'll fit. Okay, cool.
I
Alright,
say we just
so you
we-
do a
we
ritual
a
for
long
tiny
rest
hut. Yeah, it'll fit somewhere.
And-
Yeah, you can get
Yeah,
there,
that's fine.
or you can put it deeper into the cave, something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
I would say we just have someone keep watch every 2 to 3 hours.
Time for a little shit eye.
Alright, the tiny hut goes up. And how many watches are you doing?
Well, if we're gonna do full, let's say we do 4 at 2-hour increments. That way, everybody at least gets 6 hours.
At least 4.
Alright. Who's doing first watch?
Darius can do first watch.
Who's doing second watch?
I'll do second.
Who's doing third watch?
We can do third.
Who's doing fourth watch?
I'll take last watch.
Okay.
Brew that coffee.
On Roland's watch, as you guys have gone to sleep, you've probably had to recast the tiny hut on your watch, Roland.
Right.
If you want to subsist the entire time.
Yeah. I probably would.
You're not alone in this hut. You invited a couple of guests. Why, hello, Pavel.
I'm still sleeping, first of all.
I just imagine them groping him while he's asleep.
And the 2 incubi are here with you guys. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Perfect.
Why couldn't it have been a succubi?
This is before you've had the rest as well.
And
Oh.
I have a pretty good passive. I guess they just snuck right by me.
Oh, they phase in from a different plane, what it seems like.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah.
They really
Fuck all I
like
can-
you, Pavel. I mean,
Fuck all I can do about that.
I think Tirlai's gonna wake Pavel up.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, can I? Well,
did you see my message, Seb?
can
Oh, okay.
so if Roland was checking out the gloves on his watch, would I have been able to figure out what
Oh
they
yeah,
were?
you had plenty of time to identify those. They're gloves
I'm
of...
pretty sure I know what they are.
What are they?
Sorry. Gloves of missile snaring?
Yeah.
They are actually gloves of missile snaring. Different. No, yeah, they're the gloves of missile snaring.
This is slightly different.
So when you put them on, they pretty much meld into your hands, and you can use them to catch arrows or a rock from
you
a
can pretend
giant,
to be a monk.
a ballista bullet. You can pretend to be gloves of pretending to be a monkness, and they are attunement. Someone does have time to attune to them if they wanted to do that before the rest.
Roland's not gonna bother. I have a very low dex. There's no point in me doing that.
I shoot things.
Well, but you can also catch things that are shot at
You could catch bullets with those.
My bullets.
You could shoot yourself and catch your own bullets.
I am full of attunement, so
Yeah, that's basically Roland's thing. Is that
Same.
while they are cool, I already have 3 things attuned that I don't want to trade it for. It's not good enough to trade for. What
I
already
have an attunement spot open if nobody else wants them.
Ooh, take them. Keep up that sunbeam or moonbeam.
I've already got gloves on. I've got gloves of swimming, so
ooh. I've got a cloak of the Manta Ray.
Alright, Scamp puts them on and they meld into her hands. I imagine Scamp just trying to catch one of these missiles and juggling it around like a hot potato.
Yep.
That's funny.
Right,
Alright.
also, Scam, you should have got a week of downtime as well from hitting level 12 last session.
Right. Do we are these incubus things hostile?
Well,
They are.
Or do they just really like Pavel?
They're
same, same, right?
tempters.
Same.
They're evil devils. They're gonna try and drain the life out of him through seduction.
Okay.
I roll.
They're gonna try
See
and
you next
hug
week, Pavel.
It's
Big
Hey.
boy.